All right, let's not mind the consistent laughter of my incompetence, which is it's not really my incompetence, it's more of these guys deciding to say shit. Also, now I realize I need to move these.
Listen. You said the one you couldn't shit first.
I didn't say that I couldn't shit. I
You
said
did. You
that's not
specifically
what
said.
that it was not my implication.
Uh-huh.
Well, you had a pause after shit.
What the hell? What did I just do? Oh, I moved into this one.
Oh my god.
No, this one. For fuck's sake.
Is he dying?
We're not that lucky. Anyway.
I'm not allowed to die, by the way. I'm sorry.
Sad. Okay, where is...
I might stop casters bullying.
Where the hell is restream? Okay, I'm trying to fix the alignment because I realized I messed it up. So I'm just trying to fix it real quick.
That's to build a second one.
Oh my god, it covers your face. Alright, that's gonna be annoying.
Well, no one needs to see his face.
I mean, yeah, but... You know.
I'm kind of part of this podcast.
Eh.
I think I'm actually the main reason we're still doing this.
So am I just replacing your spot?
I don't think that would last long, sorry.
No.
It wouldn't. We barely talk. Okay, sorry for everybody. This is some tech work. I'm trying to fix this shit. That is not even fucking... I hate this. I hate this.
Oh, you fucking fail. How can you fail to put
I can't line them up, not you. What? 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 I'm putting in the tree. Isn't the bottom choice?
Yeah, afterwards.
Okay, fine. Sorry. I made another... I freaking composed a third one. Or second one. I don't give a shit. The fucking numbers. That is not... No. It's so hard to line us up.
So you say he may have the better looking one, but it's still fucking
It requires upkeep, okay? It's a high maintenance, but it's better. Okay, fuck it. It's okay. That is exactly how it's gonna be, and that's how it is. If it's not aligned, I do not care. Who cares? Let's get on with the STEM stream. So, don't die in the middle of me trying to introduce what the hell this is.
What the hell is it?
Okay. Anyway, it's all right. Hello, everyone. You're already ruining it. You're already ruining it. You've already ruined it. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Nerd Ensemble podcast where, yeah, again, this guy just keeps messing everything up in the beginning. It's always something involving that guy. Not me. No. Wasn't my fault. Nope. Can't prove it. Nope. Can't prove it.
Should
you what?
You heard me.
No, you cut out.
Should I get the F9?
I thought it was just me.
Should you get what?
The F9. You know.
I mean, you can't show it, but I mean, you could, but on your side.
I like how it's trying to like you cut. Well, you can, but
you can, but you shouldn't. Okay.
What
so
are you
anyway,
gonna do, copy strike me?
Maybe. Copy strike you for using my likeness in your video without permission. In your streams. Nah. Okay. But anyway, another episode of Nerd Ensemble podcast where we talk gaming news, trash talk a lot of stuff that involves gaming, content creation, or just straight up trash talk. Some people, yes. Sometimes we get just a tiny bit political, but usually when it's something that pisses us off, so you know, the usual. Usually it's late at night, or for a lot of people, early in the morning. Well, it's still early in the morning. It's what, almost 1 o'clock in the morning now. But point is, like, you know, people across seas, it's like, you know, close to noon. Well, not noon. It's like 6, unless you're like way afar. It could be from.
How far east do
it could be from 7.
Go?
It could be from 7.
Australia.
All the way to what? 12? Is it 24 hours in Australia? Or is it 12?
I think it's more than 12. I think they are like 8 hours ahead of me.
Australia is like 14 hours ahead of us, I think.
Okay,
Something like
so
that.
in that case, yeah, basically, what,
They're close to
3
evening.
3 in the afternoon. Point is, everybody else, this is around this time, so cool. We're for the people in Australia, because clearly that's the best time for them. Well, they're getting off of work for shifters.
But it's
Everybody else
good
is all
for
good.
morning people in Europe that wakes up, want to listen to
Yeah,
something.
I guess. It's all right. We got that. I am next to 71C. By the way, with mine, not his. I mean, his is the old way of lighting our thing up. Mine is the new way. I'm going to have to give you the code so you can have this too. Like, give you all the info so you can just at least have yours look a little bit nicer to the pixely one. Anyway, I'm
I
next to
don't even have
71C.
a fucking ring anymore.
Yeah. Well, okay. My, again, trying to talk to you. My
Yeah,
name's Nexus, and
I'm Sweden cat boy / Sweden boy, depending on who you're watching.
And
mhm.
I'm the person who never does any of these things because I'm always offline.
Yeah, and by the way, we have a guest, which I totally just kidnapped for no reason. Like I was like,
Yeah,
hey,
okay.
I may
So
have a
apparently
guest.
that's how this works now. So yeah, it's normally it's me and Swede as co-hosts. That's normally how it goes. It's been that way for almost what, 25,
2 years.
24 episodes? 26?
Well, didn't I join in one?
Which one did
before
Danny come
this?
in? Was it
I
26, 27?
don't know.
The 27 was the
I
trucker
thought I
episode.
was in one before this.
26 or 25. No, you
You've
were
only
never
been a
in this.
fast dog.
You've only been in a Phasma. And that was a video for me.
Oh, yeah.
And at one
You had
point
really fun
you did join a stream that broke for me where I went to your Minecraft server and everything broke. So, that never
Yeah,
came to light.
yeah.
That one never came to light. That was a one-off.
Maybe you were playing like Euro Truck or not Euro Truck Simulator.
American
like,
Truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Truck
playing that
Simulator.
and I was getting bored. So I wanted to do something else. You're like, hey, come to my Minecraft server. I'm like, okay. Why not? But
and you broke it. Good job.
yeah, I broke the stream because it was set wrong. The stuff was set wrong. Anyway, so
Yeah.
that's all that. But yeah, apparently now how it works is Swede basically kidnaps or whatever vernacular he wants to use.
No, we can't
TOS,
legally say that we kidnapped
TOS,
them.
not kidnapping.
We
Uh,
politely asked them.
politely. How can we say that? Politely yanks
He
them
forces them
into.
to volunteer.
Yeah,
Forces
we
them to
polite-
voluntary.
join the VC.
politely forces them to voluntarily join the VC and join the stream. That is the worst, best way to say it. But yeah, okay. So that's basically
I can
that. So
tell
first he
you're gagging
did.
or laughing.
First time, at the very least, was Danny, which will be a friend of mine, his girlfriend. We'll just go and say that out loud because everyone already knows that crap anyway. Since you decided to go stream
Yeah.
public on that one. And
I mean, their P50s are also the same picture.
see, now there's another thing for anybody wondering who the hell is the other person in Swede's PFP. There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
For the one person
And
who
by the way,
asked,
Shorty knows
and the
Danny,
other person
so,
who's
you
watching.
know.
Yeah.
The one person who asked and the other person who's just watching. There's only two. Okay. But yeah, okay. So that's basically how this is gonna work out.
Yeah.
Before we get into any main topic stuff, yeah.
I must plan my death in Among Us
She does that.
I
because
didn't
I wore
plan.
a hat.
Does it involve fire?
No. They
I'd
snapped
be
my neck.
surprised. Well, it makes sense, but I'd be surprised if it didn't involve fire because it's Danny we're
Hi,
talking about.
Proto, welcome to the stream.
I just realized I don't even have the actual chat bit full up now. I mean, I do have chat sitting there in the OBS window anyway, but yeah, it's all right. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm surprised it doesn't involve fire because she's quite the pyro. She's literally admitted it
Yeah,
to
she's
me.
a pyromaniac.
I literally okay, I'm gonna go and say what I said to her in DM at one point. I literally said, because you said you were forcing her to. I don't know if she told you it already, but you were saying you were forcing her to play games. So I messaged her and said, "Don't worry, I will." Like I have some. Obviously,
Yeah, I
some games
already
I'm gonna
know.
force. I want to set out, to everyone else though. And instead of saying play something, I was gonna say make him play something. I forgot to put play, so I said make him something. I'm like, I'm not gonna make him something. I'm like, fuck that. And then I'm like, okay, that's your job. And she's like, I don't see that going too well. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, you probably can't cook anyway. You probably burn the house down. She's like, I'd probably do the same thing. Okay. Couple of
I
pyros.
love cooking.
So apparently you both suck at cooking, according to her.
I'm
As
good.
well.
I do a mean carbonara.
That doesn't sound very
Describe
impressive.
what it is.
That doesn't. Hold on. How do you spell that?
Carbonara. Carbonara, which is Italian, which I don't speak. Have you never heard about pasta carbonara?
No, but I just looked it up and I'm like, dude, that just looks like the shit that you frequently.
Oh yeah,
That looks like the
sure
shit you
thing.
just add
Notice in
water
my
to.
chat.
That just
What?
looks like the stuff you just
Bear with
add
me,
water
chat.
to and put in the
Cool.
microwave. Is
He
that what
said,
it
you
is?
do something else mean.
Oh man.
Ow, I hit my mic.
You
Good
should probably stop doing
job.
that. How do you keep hitting your mic? Like, how are you doing that?
Yeah. Sir, tell us how you hit your mic.
I just slammed my head into it by accident.
Your head? Like, can you not just
Yeah,
move it or
it's-
something? Like,
Yeah.
what?
It sounds like it's not that hard to fix.
You want me to keep moving my mic?
I mean, you could turn on
So you're
crisp and it might be
talking
fine.
I gotta get up. I gotta go grab a Lego piece. I'm missing one. Need a 1x2
Maybe we should get
frame.
into the main topics of this stream.
Yeah, while somebody
part of
is
my
apparently putting
type.
together a Lego set, which, not making fun of, Lego sets are cool. Problem is, I could not do that shit.
I have not
Bro,
done
I
a
love
Lego
Legos. I
in
gotta-
ages.
I have never put together a Lego set, like, the correct way. I've always just got a ton of Legos and put together whatever the hell I felt like. I never followed instructions to build something. Like, from a set to, like,
I don't know on small builds. I have had small builds that I've done it on, but I never got to like a major big piece to do it.
I've never done in general. Okay, I changed my mind. I am going to put the mic on the stand because I'm going to be using my laptop too, so I might as well hold it.
Well, so while he's doing that, I'm gonna
We're good.
explain what so today we're bringing up the most important event of this year. Well, okay, the
I was going to make a
worst
joke, but I don't know anything else happening this year.
Yeah, I was thinking
I was
about
thinking
like
I was
I
thinking
was
like
trying to
instead of
figure out an
saying it
event
something
except
else, and I'm like,
E3.
I don't know.
I couldn't get up a different event than E3, which fucking made me sad. Can we point out, guys, that the only event this year is E3 that's actually interesting?
To our minds, yes. Okay.
Which means today we're going to talk about, well, at least we are talking about the Xbox One. Are we
Okay.
going to mention Ubisoft?
What
Okay,
did you showed
here's-
Ubisoft other than Mario Rabbids?
I think Far Cry, if I'm not wrong.
I could tell you everything that was
Rainbow
done at
Six
Ubisoft.
Extraction.
Actually, I tell you everything that was in general because I now have an entire list of every game announced at each conference. Which Ubisoft I already know in general because I watched it.
Yeah, but I feel like we should just take the high points, like
Go
they
best
should talk about
first.
chaos.
Which, by the way, I'm gonna say it right now. I'm looking at the list. Xbox actually and Bethesda actually had the top list, as in like it had the most announced through that one.
That's not very surprising.
Yeah, but that was like the only events for like 1 hour, I think.
No, Ubisoft was an hour. No, maybe. It's maybe like an hour and 30. I could literally check. I could check. I have the video file still. Here, I'll go ahead and check. I saw the
But
video
sure,
file
here's the fun thing. We thought it was gonna be 4 hours.
because the IGN live stream was 4 hours. We were looking through IGN. Bad mistake because we
Found a
should have
bunch.
just went through. We should have just
We
went
should have just
through.
waited a day.
Yeah, waited a day. We could have went to the Xbox page and watched the 4K version, but no.
What did you guys watch it in like 360p?
No, it was still 1080, but more like 720 actually. Like the quality, okay, it was 1080, but the quality was like 720 or 480. So it was kind of
Could be
meh.
worse.
It was okay. It was watchable. Except one thing I found out that in those videos, because I was streaming through Discord, there were times where the recording froze for like a second or two. And it was a little frequent. So it'll do that in the reaction video.
Could make my cat be my talk icon.
I could do that.
What?
It could basically be just the cat not do anything. Like it has to be solid images, so just like not anything. And then I guess
Oh, that's sad.
when it does something, I
Oh,
guess
shit.
you could
So you
screenshot
want
that.
all the- it-
I can't have it be
oh,
like a.
shit.
I don't know.
But if
It's
I
basically
could
just two
make it
images. It's two pictures. So just a picture of like it doing nothing, then a picture of it doing something. I could do that.
Oh well.
Anyway,
Well, back
so-
to the regular scheduling.
Yeah. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. So, yeah, so E3, week long. Not really. It started what, Thursday? When did that start? Thursday?
I think the
Last week?
first day was the first part, but I think there was not much that day.
So it was like Thursday, I think, and then it ended Tuesday of this week. So that's all great. Get back up to the list. Okay. And the first thing we watched was the Xbox and Bethesda one, because that's the one that he wanted to do, because he wanted to avoid spoils for the Rainbow Six Extraction on the Ubisoft. So he didn't want to watch that. So we just did that. And then, of course, we found out, because, again, the IGN live stream, we thought it was 4 hours, but the funny thing is, it was just pre-roll ads and after ads. So first we're just like, oh god, it's like 2 hours of pre-rolls. Oh god. And then we watched it, and like, there's still quite a bit left. No, it was like an hour or two more of talking. Of like the people from IGN talking, I guess. So it's just
So
like,
I feel like the
Hmm.
the second one we did, the Square Enix one, was even worse.
that wasn't really worth it, because that was mainly just Guardians. That was it. There were more games, but like 4, 5 that were worth, or 2 that was actually worth it. And also Chaos. I have to kill Chaos.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. We'll get to that.
We need to kill chaos.
We'll get to that. But okay. So I guess we could just talk per game basis, just like add a couple of notes that we want to mention for those games. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy.
I feel like exclusive for Xbox is the more important.
A couple of these I
points.
don't remember it saying, but I guess it wasn't in there, just announced around it. So anyway, first thing that was announced was Starfield. Well, it wasn't announced, we already knew about it. The cinematic trailer for Starfield, which is Bethesda's new IP, which I'm just going to call Fallout in Space, which is also Outer Worlds, which is Fallout in Space. So that should be something. I mean, it's Bethesda. I don't really have much, hype in that. I don't have any faith in those guys. Sorry, Todd Howard. I don't care.
Tom Howard.
I was about to say,
yeah.
did you guys die because you were quiet for a while there?
No, I was texting. I was busy texting someone else.
I see how it is. Not literally the one thing every other week that we plan, the one thing that we truly plan, and you're like, meh, I'm just gonna text people while we're in the middle of this. I don't care. It's like being in the middle of a meeting and you're on your phone and you just hear like sound effects in the corner of the room.
Because if I wasn't the main person in the meeting, I would sit in the background with the phone and be like, okay.
In some places they allow that if it looks like you're checking emails, because it's like, it's work related, so they think like, maybe you're checking your email. No problem. Or you're looking at documents or something that matter. which is why they
So you're
have like
saying
whole video, like they're
Discord.
literal whole videos dedicated to apps and games that look like when you move your finger on the phone, it looks like you're actually scrolling through like something, like you're just like pushing up
See, this is
or
why
left or
Discord is
right.
perfect.
Just scroll through Twitter.
And that's what most people do. Fucking dorm bitches. Anyway.
Yeah. Back to our regular scheduling again.
Yeah, for anybody new here, just know, yeah, we do this a lot. You know, we are literally, I wouldn't say the kings of tangents, because there are other places that I know that do it around the same as we do. So, yeah, we're one of those people. We go nuts with tangents. Anyway, so yeah, point is, Starfield. What do you think? Because you didn't really say.
I don't know yet. Mostly because there was like no real gameplay yet.
I
That's the
mean,
issue. Like,
yeah, it was
if it's
mainly just
exactly like
cinematic, but
other
it's not like,
worlds, that's
Mm.
gonna be kind of that's is the issue. If it's like other worlds directly, then I never play other worlds. Like,
right. Also, I don't really know the order. I'm just going off of some memory because this isn't posted in order. This is posted in their own order. So I'm like, okay, oh, no, it's posted in release order of games. It's not go by the order of announce. So
uh,
I don't
I
actually know the
mean,
order.
yeah.
I guess
I
I'll
feel
just.
like we shouldn't talk about every game that was announced,
I'm
but
not
this is
going
like,
to. I'm just gonna like go down the foot list of like good games. So
but I feel like we should take one of your favorite games real quick because
we'll do that in a
it
minute.
will crash.
Shut up. Uh, we'll do that here in a minute. One is okay. Another thing that's coming out. Psychonauts 2. They showed a gameplay trailer and more of like the cutscenes. I am really excited about that. About
I've
Psychonauts
never
2.
played it.
I know, I keep telling you to. I mean, again, it's on Game Pass. So play it.
Yeah, buy me a Switch.
It's on what?
Just buy a Switch yourself. He
A
said
Switch?
it's on
Wait,
Game
a
Pass. It's
Switch?
on
I said Game
PC.
Pass.
And
It's on
yeah,
PC and Xbox.
HDMI Switch.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Like,
Well, be more specific, first of all, because they're both this difference.
no,
Switch. HDMI Switch.
no.
It's one extra thing to say.
And then you have a Switch.
Yeah,
Which
HDMI
flicks
Switch and
on
a
you
Switch.
like. They really did name it a good thing. I was imagining like an old grandma or something be like, "You want me to buy a Switch?"
I've actually seen that
Really?
as a joke. Like I've actually seen a joke on like a Christmas present thing where like the grandma was giving a kid Christmas present, literally or grandma, grandpa, somebody. It was or just like somebody in the family. Point is, it was a joke where they actually put they're like, oh hey, it's a Switch, and they hyped it up as such, and uh the thing is like they gave them a card and said like I hope you enjoy your new Switch, and they're like, oh wait, whoops, I was supposed to give you that second. That was part of the joke because they're thinking like, oh no, it was a mistake, like they just spoiled the gift. And it's like, oh cool, gives them a box that looks like it would be the Switch, like it's like perfect size and everything. Open it up, it is like a big like light switch thing. Like it's just like that with like a remote and all this other stuff, and it's just like
Yeah, that's so.
then of course the kid is
That's like,
completely depressed and just like, I thought you meant like games. Like, just like they look like they're, I guess, not really verge of tears, but I'm saying like, they're like really depressed. And then out of nowhere, someone comes by with the actual box, like, okay, now open this one. Actual Switch. It's like, okay. Just to fuck with them. Family, man, they are monsters when it comes to gifts. They will screw you over.
yeah. See, this is why I avoid people.
My sister actually got like a giant box one year and like hid a bunch of stuff at the bottom because they bought me an iPod that year and put like a bunch of stuff up there. Gave me like, it looked like it was the actual iPod thing. They took the iPod out of the box, and when you open up the box, it was just like a picture of an iPod. So they like try to screw me like that. Like, okay, haha, but it's the actual box. I doubt you actually kept the iPod somewhere, or it didn't come with it. You just bought the box. So, yeah, whatever.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it past families to do that.
Sure. True. So we got that. Psychonauts 2. Like I said, I'm really excited about it because honestly, the first game was really damn good, at least in my mind, and I know many other people liked it. It looks very good now and everything. I mean, it's hard to explain really for me. I suck at explaining things these days. I don't know why that is. My mind is just screwed up. But I'm excited. And it is coming out August of this year. That's great. Oh yeah, by the way, Starfield is November 11th, 2022. I was right about that. We missed that, by the way, in the reaction. It was actually right there on the console. It showed the release date. We missed it. We didn't even notice it. Like, it was
But we
kind of
didn't pay
hidden.
attention.
We didn't pay attention. Like, we thought it would show it afterwards. But instead, it showed it right there on the console, the actual date. So that's coming out November 11th, but August for Psychonauts. So, excited. Okay, you were slightly excited with this one, I guess. Diablo 2 Resurrected being on there? I don't know.
Because I enjoy Diablo in general.
Yeah, I mean, you were up for that. I mean, I'm not much of a Diablo person. I have the first one because I put on my retro handheld, and you wanted to play Diablo 3 at one point, and I'm still kind of iff on that one because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'd be bored in like 2 minutes. We got Diablo 2, so I'm like,
If
yeah.
you play it hardcore like I do, it's kind of fun actually.
We'll see.
It makes it more focused on actually staying alive.
Sure. Okay.
And I did complete after 15 hours. I complete Diablo 3.
It's not bad.
I was tired as
Before,
fuck after that.
yeah. Rather than me continuously mentioning games, other than the one that you want me to mention because you say it's trash, any other game that you remember from that one you just want to bring up?
When well, it's Forza, but that's a very major one that we can talk about. But I don't think there was any other
There's still
that
plenty of good,
stuck out
decent
much.
games
Like,
on here, I guess.
I mean, there's these games, but I don't feel like there was too many that stuck
There was
out.
one that got you excited, for sure.
Oh yes, Slime Rancher 2.
Yep, Slime Rancher 2, which will come out in 2022. Okay, here's the deal. I actually installed Slime Rancher 1 on my computer because it's on Game Pass. So I did install it. I
have it
might
on
play it
Epic.
sometime. I think I do have it on
Ordered
Epic as
on
well,
Steam a
but
while ago.
actually, no. Slime Rancher on PC on Steam, I have it through Cup, so I didn't want to download it from him.
Epic Game Pass.
I might
and
have it from
bought on
Epic,
PlayStation.
so Game Pass. I'm pretty sure I downloaded it through Game Pass. Regardless, I have it there. I might try it out just to see if I like it or not. Let's see. So yeah, Slime Rancher 2. I guess that's pretty cool. It looked kind of nice.
Forgot
I
about
want
the game because
I want to talk about this. I really want to talk about this because I did message this to Cup. So, was it during this one? I think it was. It was during this one, right? Hold on, where is it? Party
Party
Animals.
Animal.
Yes. So I want to mention this because we had a little like research about this, and I'm like, huh. I wanted to research it a little bit. So basically, if anybody watched the trailer for Party Animals, or you can look at it now for anybody who wants to quickly look, it looks exactly like Gang Beasts, mechanic wise. Like it's all the exact same thing. And you think like maybe same devs. No. You think maybe someone from there came from it. No. It's just like, okay. You think it's some impressive engine. It's just Unity. Figure that out. I figured out what engine they're running. It's just Unity. Their physics engine, they made it themselves completely. So that's neat. But anyway, yeah, the game is basically Game Beasts Furry Edition. That is what I made the joke of. That is the furry edition of Gang Beasts. And I told Cup that. He agreed. And he was all for the game, and he was trying to figure all this crap out. I looked this up. Their dev name or their publication, Recreate Games, their website has nothing on the game. You have to go to a specific website for Party Animals. And if you look up on Steam, Party Animals is the only game for it. It's the only game. And the actual developer of it, it's the only one that I think they've actually developed. So I think this is the only game they've ever worked on. So in a way, it does show credibility, but it's also like, hey, you've been working on this for a while. And I looked back on their Twitter or like the devs Twitter. This game goes all the way back to 2018, I think, or 2019. No,
Because
2019.
I think last year I saw
They started
like
dev like around 2019, and 2020, yeah, around like June,
that's
July,
when I
and
saw this
August. Or
just
no, not August,
fucking popping
October.
up.
Yeah, around October, they were doing dev or like builds, like sharing builds with streamers and such, where they can
Yeah.
play it a little. I do like the idea though. I kind of actually like the idea that two of the people's dogs are actually characters in the game. Like, oh, we'll just model their dogs, or they model their dogs into the game. Like, oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. Whatever. I'm still gonna call it Gang Beast Furry Edition. I'm still gonna call it that. Could call it Furry Beast, but that'd
So
be a
what
little
do
too
you think,
much.
Short, about this?
Oh,
You
I
see it?
didn't watch the actual presentation. I just watched someone cover some of the basic parts of it.
Would did they ever
Yeah,
cover
so
that?
No, I didn't hear anything about that game.
yeah, it exists.
It
Just
exists.
look it up.
Again, just I mean, you can go and look it up at least like picture wise, but honestly,
No, you need to watch a tiny bit of the video.
I mean, I can
'Cause
look
it's
up a
like
quick here. I can look up like a quick like GIF from their Twitter page or something,
it's
and
literally
just
just gang based.
like they have like little GIFs on their Twitter page. I can literally just like send that in like a server chat or something. Where the hell is the search bar? There it
Yeah.
is.
I like the way of a
Stuff's
guest
weird.
that doesn't talk.
I'm building a
Yeah.
Lego set. Calm down.
Well, describe your damn Lego set. What are you building?
I am building a 501st style Venator
Which
Star
one is
Wars
that?
ship.
Well, I know it's Star Wars, but I mean, like, which one?
Venator is the Republic ship, a big Star
Oh,
Destroyer. Those
that
Republic
that's actually
ships
pretty cool. I wish I could do that, but good God, that would take me forever, and no, I cannot. Oh man.
And you wouldn't have this space
Speaking of
for it.
Star Wars, they actually put like a Star Wars thing on there. Oh my God, that looks weird. Okay, is there not like a?
Oh, so we need to finish the Star Wars movies.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, you said about
Here, I'm just
Fullmetal
gonna
Alchemist
share the
2.
damn page, so you can just look from there. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna put
but
it
yeah, I don't think there
in
was that much
spam.
otherwise that stuck out from. Where's the two made you gay? And
There's a few.
which is-
There's a few. Hold on, I'll mention them in a second. But okay, I just put that in spam if you want to look.
Yeah,
real
but
quick.
you like put notes. I see.
Well, I
go
don't
from
have the
memory.
notes. I don't actually have the notes. I literally just looked up a website, and it shows me every single what was all in each one. It
Yeah,
shows every
well,
game. That's not notes. I just typed it in. Literally as we started this, I typed it in. So okay, I didn't see this. I didn't see Origami 2 in there. It says that it was part of it. I don't remember Origami 2.
Yeah,
I would have known
no,
that.
that was a different. I think that was a different one.
I finished it.
What?
Good job.
The Lego set.
Oh, nice.
Now you should throw it throw it
Hey.
out the window.
No, it's
Fly,
not that
birdie,
big,
fly.
but it's a very
I mean, you could.
intricate build. Wait, I can go
I'm-
downstairs, grab my phone, and take a picture of it.
I was about to say, if you want, you can take a picture and we can. I mean, if you want, I'll show it off, but that's on you.
Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
I was just following instructions. It's Lego released a 501st battle pack. So battle packs are essentially just clone army builders, where they would put 4 of a specific minifigure in there for you to build your army. So this one had 4 501st troopers, 2 battle droids, bumped up $30, and it came with a arc speeder and an ATRT walker. So I saw this alternate build that someone did where they turned it into a 501st style Venator Star Destroyer. And I decided I'd open
That's
up one of
one
the
great thing about
unopened ones I
Legos.
have.
You don't always have to
And
follow the instructions. You make something else.
build it, because why not? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my.
But anyway, yeah, origami. I've played like a second or two, or like, maybe the first couple missions of the first game. I actually like it. It's a neat concept, traveling through shadows and assassinating people. Really fun. And Origami 2 is supposed to be co-op. So when that does come out, September 17th, me and you are playing it. Saying it now, we are playing it if it comes to Game Pass because it is a good game.
I don't say no to much co-op. Co-op in general, like I kind of a lot of game needs co-op these days.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a really neat concept. I think you'd like it because again, it's just, I don't know if you played it or not. Have you played Origami?
No.
Yeah, it's just basically you're this whatever. I forget what the actual term for it, but it's basically someone like a samurai or ronin or whatever that just like came back from the dead, like summoned as like a servant, I guess, to this one person. And the whole idea is that you travel through shadows because that's your main power. So you travel through shadows like teleporting, and you can assassinate people. Like, it's best to do in the shadows, of course. If you're in the light, then your powers are weakened. So yeah, one is. But yeah, co-op, second one. That I think will be fun. Let's see. Anything else other than the main ones? Fucking Among Us on Xbox, I don't care. Who cares if it's going on Xbox? Good for you. I don't care. Okay, this is something I wanted to mention. Stalker 2. Why? You
I
remember
never
that
heard
one?
about the first game even.
Like, I don't even know about the first. I know that it existed because I remember seeing the name, but I've never seen any footage on it. But Stalker 2, you have, like, I imagine everyone's Russian because it sounded like it was Russian.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, should we talk about
thing.
the trailer for that game?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the trailer. Don't worry. First of all, ooh, that's cool. I'll have to show that in a minute. But if he wants me to, well, he just sent the the Venator and the thing. Okay. The trailer for Stalker 2. So, Jesus Christ. Here's the thing. I love how it started though. I do love the start where it's basically there's music and everything. It's like folk music, just like come on in. And as soon as you show up, music stops. Everyone stares at you. It's like those memes where it's just like, blah blah blah, music stops and or whatever intensifies. It's just like stop. It's just out of nowhere, just kind of like, okay, that's kind of funny, I guess. And the textures of the game, I will admit, the game looks good texture wise, lighting, shadow, shaders, um, what else can I mention? Depth of field, all this other stuff. It looks great. Two problems. One, this is a problem you had, the scope. You don't like the scope in that game, which I admit it looks kind of weird. And second one being,
Before we ask, it was an ACOG, but I don't normally have issues with an ACOG, but that one looked weird.
okay, when it comes to the scope, I want it to actually like go up to your eye to where it's like, well, mostly. Like it doesn't have to go up to the eye. It needs to look nice, I guess. And that one just looked kind of weird. I mean, I get the point of if you're focusing on the scope and what's in the scope, then, everything else blurs around it, but it's like, I don't know, it looks weird to me. No thanks to that. Character models. What? How come everything else looks good, but character models look washed out? It's like they put low textures on the models themselves. Everything else looks great. Character models, the model of the monster that shows up later, yeah, those are all just low texture. I'm like, okay, you're making a point for a next gen game. Then you show this. Okay, sure. Yeah, that works. Oh, where's Shorty go? Is he still downstairs?
I don't know, he
I
died.
came back.
Okay. I was about to say you were just.
I've watched it.
What?
I've watched people play Party Animals. I don't know what the original game you were talking about was.
Gang Beasts?
But I
Gang
watched.
Beasts?
Yeah, I never heard of that
Oh,
before.
Unless
But I
you
have watched some
I
like
wanna
bigger
mention something
YouTubers play
funny.
party animals.
are you sure it was Party Animals, or did you actually watch them play
No,
Gang
I'm
Beasts and you're confusing?
100% sure they were playing party animals.
I mean, you
Same
look,
map,
they
same
look very.
characters.
I mean, you can also look
Yeah.
around.
Like
I'm
big
sure I've
hit
seen some too,
creators
but it's been a
like
while.
Jacksepticeye, yeah,
I don't actually.
PewDiePie.
I remember them
Pretty
playing
sure
Gang
like
Beasts. I don't remember them playing Party Animals. I remember them playing Gang Beasts, specifically those two. And
did they?
yeah,
Maybe I'm thinking of like RT Game, Jaden Animations, and a couple others.
maybe because I remember those two specifically playing Gang Beasts.
Guys, I have something funny to tell you.
Hmm.
So, you know, it's June. You know, my favorite month of the year.
Huh? What about it?
So basically, I'm checking the phone on the PlayStation app and in the
Mhm.
store. So they have
Mhm.
an LGBTQ plus games
There's a
that
few of those, but
they have. Hmm?
Mhm.
And for some fucking reason, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is in it.
They might have some representation, and like I don't know. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
think
know either, but it
and they
feels
may have
like
added new characters that are of that, because unless they're editing old characters, I would not put it past some companies to be like, oh hey, at first we've only said that this is what this character is, and now it's this. I'm like, could you not just say that in the beginning? I mean, I get the point that it wasn't as common then, but just stick to your guns. Say it to the beginning. Don't just change out of nowhere.
and for some reason
Oh
Assassin's
wait, that's
Creed
not the
Syndicate is
right
in it,
URLs.
and I don't remember any gay people in that game.
Well, it also depends if there was anything other than, but you know,
Yeah, but I don't think there was no other
any
people.
others, any other representation of that, I don't know. I don't really feel like looking it up because honestly, I don't feel like saying something wrong, getting somebody pissed off, and have to deal with that drama. Like, look, if it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. I don't know. We're just going off of whatever
I knew
PlayStation's
there
saying
was
right
a
now.
Life is Strange too.
What?
I knew there was a Life is Strange too.
Yeah, there's a Life is Strange too.
Yeah, you said there
Yeah.
was only 2 games.
No, I said out of that remastered collection. Life is Strange 2, there's already been. Yeah, I knew there was one.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about.
In the remastered collection, there was only 2. There was only the first one and Before the Storm. And
Yeah.
and then there's just Life is Strange 2. And now True Colors is coming out. We'll get to that here in a bit, but anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking about party animals, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Joel from Roomy Official, Dave from Buena Band, Corpse Husband, and then PJ
Hmm.
played party animals together.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't watch a lot of him these days. And usually when it is, it's something that I would actually care for. I don't really like those games. They're kind of boring me. They bore me. Sorry, Party Animals dev. The only way that it won't be boring is if you send me a key. Haha, sell out. No. Anyway. Okay. I will not do that. Okay.
Even
The one way
fucking
to
join
do it.
you.
Okay. Don't just send one key. Send a few keys, because
Yeah, but
obviously
I'm
it
not
gets
joining
you
you.
one. Come on. Be a pal.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, Stalker
I
2,
would
I don't
join
know.
you
It just seems
But
Hmm.
I have dignity.
dignity, he says. Again, we're talking about the guy who
Says
played
as
My
he
Little
uses
Pony
Twitter.
on his stream. He streamed My
That
Little
was
Pony.
years ago.
I don't
Let's
care.
talk
I
about
will hold
Unicorn
that over your
Princess instead.
head. I will hold that over your head for the rest of your life.
Fucking admit to playing Unicorn Princess.
Yeah, I know. You keep saying that. It's okay. I'm pretty sure Evil literally bought My Little Pony on Windows one time. I'm pretty sure I saw him in the Microsoft store buy it. Just he's like, okay, why not? I'm like, the fuck? Okay.
Did-
Like I know for
Where did
I
you
know for
read
sure
about it?
the on the Microsoft store on PC. The app.
So let's move on.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. Again, Stalker 2. Great looking game. Models look like crap. I'm sure it could be fixed. I mean, it's coming out in 2022. They have plenty of time. supernatural stuff in there. Cool. That looked kind of weird. That seems nice. I think we saw a cow explode. I think that's what that
I
was.
don't know.
It was weird.
I don't know half
Uh,
of the time what happened because I was fucking confused.
It did show Battlefield, the new one, 2042. It did show a bit of that coming in October.
Yeah.
I guess I'll probably play it. I mean, if it comes, I'm not gonna buy it. I don't know if it's. I'm sure it's paid, so I mean, I'm not gonna buy it. The only time I will is if it comes to EA Play later down the line. If it does, if it comes to Pro, I don't care. I'm not buying Pro. Get over it. Talking to EA in this case, but yeah, no.
Pro is
Uh,
just trash ID.
I mean, it makes sense if you're a big EA fan because you get all the new games right away, and you even get them like before they come out, like a few days, and play trials of games that aren't even out yet. I guess, like,
But that kind of
anyway, but
feels like then it's just like waste of money anyways because
it
like,
feels. I mean, it's $15 a month, which is the exact same as Game Pass Ultimate. I feel like you should just get Game Pass Ultimate because in this case you get all the Game Pass games and you get the EA Play subscription. So you get 80 plus like 250, 300 almost games. So
yeah.
you get all that instead of just what 90, 100, maybe 110, 120, I don't know, somewhere around there. So you get a
I
lot
have
more.
too
Game
many
Pass.
games I've just bought, downloaded, and played once or never played.
Yeah.
We just gonna start going down our
Yeah,
lists.
so should
Um,
we
did we
we
tell
were
him?
doing something important. Next,
Yeah. Okay.
let's put it here.
Back to what we're saying. Yep. We're not going to talk about how that's. Yeah. Okay. So, Battlefield. Point is,
Yeah.
all I'll say is it looks grand. I mean, it looks okay. I do like the idea of a giant map, especially vertically. Not a lot of games do that. So in case of like, you have all the way to the top of skyscraper down to the bottom. And you also have environmental hazard. So in this case, that a tornado in the trailer that you could actually go into, and I would imagine it kills you because people can get sucked into it. So I imagine it kills you. Maybe. Or it could probably fling you across the map and slap you straight into a building and kill you. That'd be cool. Or if it has something in the tornado and you're flying around it and it like something in the tornado hits you super fast and kills you. That'd be cool too. I mean, Dying Light 2 is doing that too, the vertical sense. Because, I mean, not a lot of games do it. I'm glad people are doing it now. Anything else I can mention on here? Real quick. Oh, Plague Tale Requiem 2022. That's also coming out. I have yet to finish Innocence. I have yet to finish the first game. Which, by the way, is it later this month or a little bit or next month? Plague Tale Innocence is getting a Series X upgrade, so that gives me incentive to play the game because it's getting upgraded or optimized. So it's giving me an incentive to play the game because now it'll be upgraded.
And then I'm gonna force you to fucking stream it.
Well, I could try to finish it up. Okay. It was a good game. There's just other games that I was playing that I kind of felt like I just wanted to play more. Actually, I think I stopped it
that's
because
not like the issues with you just stop finishing the games. You don't finish games. You're like, oh, good game. Let's move on.
exactly. That is me. That is me. Anything PlayStation wise, the only reason why is because I don't like plugging up the PlayStation and dealing with it. It just annoys me. Like I'm not really a big fan of playing the PlayStation. It's meh.
The issue is though that most PlayStation games is actually fucking great.
I know, that's the problem. I just don't want to boot up the PS4. It annoys me. I hate how the PS4 system works. I hate that as a system. The games are great. The system sucks. And the network sucks. But the games are great. That's the only good thing about PlayStation. The games and the devs who make them. They're amazing. Everything else sucks.
I mean, yeah. Ooh, I may replay one of the games I have on PlayStation, which is Sleeping Dogs in the future.
I plan to actually play that again. I'm probably gonna stream the thing. I have it on a lot of things. I have it on Xbox. I have it on PC. I think that's all I have it on actually. Just
for
Xbox,
like
PC.
$4 and GameStop.
I do have Fallout 4, but I'm never playing that on stream. I don't care for it. Everyone's like, "Oh, Fallout 4 is such a great game," and I'm like, eh. I think I just
Yeah,
don't
I
like
know it's
Bethesda.
not that great. I don't know
I'll
what
just
people.
stick to my Fallout 76.
So I don't think he can be our friends anymore.
uh, Fuck it, we're moving on to that topic now. So,
Does it
Fallout
make it better that I've never
76.
played a Fallout game?
Yeah.
Oh God, you poor soul. Please, okay, if you have Game Pass, please play New Vegas. Just do that for me. At least play that one, because that one's very good. It wasn't made by Bethesda, it was made by Obsidian, who made Outer Worlds, but do that, because it's good. At least you have some good experience with it. But anyway, 76. New update came out for it, or is coming out, I mean. What is it? We weren't even paying attention to the update. We were paying attention just to say that Fallout 76 is trash. We may play it.
Was it called Still Dawn?
I think so, yeah. We were saying that it's a trash game, or that it was, and it's probably good now, but we don't know, so we need to check it out. So in July is when the new update comes out, which... Is it on this list? It is not on this list. Okay. It's freaking
God.
Xbox and Bethesda. It's not on this list. But sometime in July, I think. So me and you said we will play it when that DLC comes out, because it'll be free. Also, the pit is being added. The pit's coming too. So, okay. Which is a Fallout 3 DLC. I didn't play the pit. I played Mothership Zeta. Or Zeta, however you want to pronounce that. Same thing. But, yeah, so that's coming around. Again, I don't really like Bethesda. And bad enough they have their online games. They have that. They have Elder Scrolls Online, which you already say is bad. So I'm actually going to take that to face value in this case, considering how much you played Skyrim. So I want to take that at face value,
I play
considering for someone who
Skyrim and
plays
Oblivion a lot.
considering you played Elder Scrolls games a ton, or at least those two a ton. I'm gonna trust the
And I
fact of
have
you
like
saying Elder
500
Scrolls Online
hours
is
on
not great.
Skyrim.
Yeah, I want to say the
Maybe
online's not
kind
great.
of.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
and
looked
I don't
okay.
understand
It
what.
looks okay, but I'm like, again, we
Yeah,
might try it in the future.
I don't know. I feel like the mechanics doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like because I compare with both. I compare more with Skyrim because that's a newer game
Yeah, it's the
that came
fifth
out.
game. Which, by the way, that's another thing. Elder Scrolls 6. We got info on Starfield. We didn't get a single bit of info on that this E3. Elder Scrolls 6. No
I
info.
think there's no information. Like we got there's
They
an
didn't even say that
Elder
either.
Scrolls
They're
6
not.
is
They didn't even say that. I know everyone's excited for Elder Scrolls 6, but we have no info on that. Then again, it's more of a Nintendo thing than anything else. They do that a lot. Their whole thing is, we know you're very excited for this game, but I'm sorry to say we have nothing to share on that game as of this time. Please enjoy this side game slash knockoff that you don't give a crap about and will probably pay no money towards. Enjoy. And
Everything
then they
about
then they
my
snap
foot
their finger.
before the E3 at least.
Well, I gotta admit, I like the new Metroid thing they showed off though, but I'll get to that when we get to
Yeah, that was
Nintendo.
pretty cool.
But okay. What were we talking about just before that? It was still Elder Scrolls. So yeah, Elder Scrolls. I mean, I don't know. We might play that in the future, Elder Scrolls Online, just to like stream-wise, just to try
Yeah, I'm
it.
willing to make you suffer for that if you want to. I have already
Well,
suffered enough.
okay. Here's the thing. Technically, you were making me suffer through Fallout 76 because you're the one who first suggested
Yeah,
that.
but we both.
I'm
No, that is
suggesting.
because we wanna.
Yeah, I suggested Elder Scrolls Online, so technically now we're just forcing each other to suffer through both games. So,
But you agree because the new DLC, and you said yourself it may
well,
be good now.
yeah, Fallout 76, I agreed to it like a while ago because at that time they were adding NPCs and dialogue trees, and I was like, okay, it might be good now because before it was absolute trash because I had none of that. It was just
And that's I
terminals,
think.
so it was stupid. And then they added that. I'm like, okay, it might be okay now. And now they have like full on what look like story stuff that's like full on probably good. So I'm like, okay, it might actually be great now. Like worth
And
playing.
it's gonna be Fallout 4.
Probably. I mean, I have no gripe against Fallout 4. It's just I got bored. Like I'm not
Yeah, I don't
big on
like it
games
either.
like that. On games where it's like, oh, explore this giant open world and. Just,
I don't mind open world. Like
I mean,
I
I like open
don't
world
mind
too.
it,
It's
but
just
like
it depends on the game, I guess. And Fallout really does not get good with me. I don't really care
Also,
for it. I don't
Forza
care
doesn't have
for the
any way
story. I
to
don't care for the
travel.
characters. And as far as I heard, the story later in the game sucks anyway, but people still enjoy it like hell. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but also there's like no travel travel way except foot, which makes it
Yeah.
bad. Like, yeah, you can fast travel, but how fun is that all over the map?
It depends, really.
Like,
I mean, depends on the fast traveling. In a lot of the cases, it's not great. Coming from somebody who's played New Vegas in 3, not great. Not great.
yeah.
Um,
Should we
but
move on to better games?
we still have the other 2 games. I will go ahead and do Forza first because I have a lot to say about Halo. So Forza Horizon 5 first. I'll say this. I loved Forza Horizon 4. I absolutely loved it. It had its issues. More so the issues that there wasn't much you could do in the world. That was one thing that always bothered me. It's like there's not much you can do world-wise. You had to go to some event, like go to this race, go to this mission type thing. Like, you play as the stunt guy, like, the stunt vehicle in a movie production, or the like I think there was a taxi service one. Uh, there's a few other missions, but it's just like cool, those are great, but it's like there's nothing to do in world. All you can do is drive around, and sure you have the speed traps and everything, but it's like those get pretty boring quickly. But now 5,
Racing game, what do you expect?
I, I know, but I'm saying I wanted some more to do. And in 5, instead of playing in London, now we are in New Mexico, or is it Mexico? No, Mexico. Just Mexico. I don't know why I said New
Mexico.
Mexico. Fucking hell, we're not in America. Mexico. So,
It's the old Mexico.
which by the way, it's kind of funny. They're just like, oh, we're now exploring Mexico. I'm like, where? Mexico's a big country, man. Where? We're in North, Central. Where are we?
Yeah, but like I think they did like with
Near Tijuana? What are we doing? I
Forza
don't actually
4.
think that's in
It's
Mexico. I
gonna be a
don't know
big
places.
part of Mexico.
I guess it's just like, I mean, how big are we talking? Well, where are? That's the thing. Just where is it? Because again, it's like literally as I was talking this down with True about the 4th game. It's like they say it's in London, and when I don't remember if he was streaming the game or we were talking about it. I think you were there at the point we mentioned it, or somebody. It just we were talking with him about it, and even he said those places are nowhere near London. He has no idea where the hell they got their info because that's nowhere near close. It's like it makes no
Is it
damn sense.
fucking Edinburgh in the fucking game?
Yeah, and it's not in near London.
Edinburgh is fucking not even in England.
Isn't that Scotland or something? Or what is that?
Yep, I
Yeah.
think it's the cap. No, wait. No, yeah, I think it's
Hold
the
on.
capital.
Let me
I'm
look
not sure
real
if it's.
quick. Edinburgh.
I
It
think it is the
is
capital of
capital of
Scotland.
Scotland. Yep, capital of Scotland.
Yep.
So yeah, it made no sense for them to put it in a London map when it's in Scotland. Like if you would have said welcome to the UK, okay, that makes sense, but a few areas spliced in, I guess, but anyway, this is from Mexico, and honestly, the trail looks amazing. The water physics look great. Like the water just like, oh god. That looks too good. Made me want to play it immediately. I really wanted to play this. And there's a new mode, which why I was mentioning the world thing, where it's exploration mode. Basically, you go off and explore new areas to the map, and that is what adds to the map, like adds to new things to do, I guess. So you have to go off on your own and just find things, just find stuff to do, find objectives, I guess. And I'm like, I kind of like that. It gives you a reason to actually explore, not just, hey, go to this side of the map, that's where you're doing. Or look at your map like, oh, hey, there's some over here, I'm just going to go over here for no reason. You have a reason to look around, reasons to explore. So I'm like, hey, that'd be great. I don't know, I'm not much of a racing game person, but that's like the only racing game I actually care about is the Horizon series because it's actually kind of
But
nice.
Need for Speed is not too bad.
I never really played them. Well, okay,
But
the only
okay,
ones I've played, the only one I have played, which is a normal racing game, is Underground 2. It's the only one I've played, and it's a good one, but it's the only one I've played. Oh, and
I played
what
a
is
little
it?
bit of
Heat?
everything.
No, it's what's one that
I never
started with
played
the
Heat.
cops and racers? What is that
I
one?
don't know.
Pursuit. Hot
I
Pursuit.
think
Thing. Is it Hot Pursuit?
Hot Pursuit is
Race and Hot Pursuit 2. Oh, but I've
Need
never played.
for speed.
You know,
Hot
there's like
Pursuit.
Hot
I think
Mode
it's
and
Hot
Hot
Pursuit.
Pursuit 2.
Yeah, I think it was
Oh,
just Hot
yeah, Hot
Pursuit I
Pursuit is the
played.
one where you can be a cop.
It might have been Hot Pursuit. It could have been Hot Pursuit 2. I don't remember which one it is. There,
It's one of
no, these are
all the
older
like.
ones. It's this new one. It was like a newer one that just came out like before.
You mean the remastered?
No, Rivals. There it is. You could be there's cops in
Alright.
that one. Need for Speed Rivals. So that's the other one I played because Evil had it on his Xbox and I downloaded it so I could play it. And it was all right.
You
I
can
just
play
sucked
it
at it really
again.
badly. I just sucked at it really fucking badly. And
But at
every
least you can
time
play it again if you
I
want to.
raced, every time I raced in it, I sucked at it. And I'm pretty sure actually, no, wait. No, I don't think it was on that. I think it was on his PlayStation. And one day when I went over to his house, because I did go over to his house one time or twice, that time I actually no, it was just once. We played it on his PlayStation, and I think I fucked up his thing. And he's just like, "Okay, you should probably stop playing. 'Cause you're gonna screw up my stuff." I'm like, okay, 'Cause it was terrible. Like he had a really damn good record. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm fucking up your record. I shouldn't be playing this. He's like, no, go ahead. Until I did, I'm like, no, okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
the Need for Speed. I mean, yeah, but also again, they're apparently starting to make the new Forza Motorsport. I'm like, I don't give a damn, because that's just racing around a track, like a just normal
I've
tracks.
never been a big
Like,
fan of track racing. Well, Gran Turismo is not too bad
okay,
actually, but like
I'm a little bit okay with MTX because, like, motorcycle racing, I'm pretty much okay with that because there's actual like bumps and everything in the road, so it makes it a lot harder. There's like actual ramps that actually are kind of
yeah,
nice and
bike
everything. Like,
racing is always kind
it's
of
always fun. Like, I actually kind of like that. Also, BMX racing, I like that too. That's fun, which I'll get to in a bit too, because there's another game I want to mention with that. But okay, here's the
Okay,
part
now I'm
where
gonna take a
you are
nap
gonna.
for the rest of the stream because we're not gonna have anything else to talk about because someone's gonna
I'm
talk
not
trash.
gonna talk the whole thing. 30 minutes maybe. Okay.
35 hours.
I thought you were about to say 35 minutes, then I'm gonna be like, maybe. The Halo Infinite. I have a lot to mention with this because there are good things and bad things. There are some bad things that I need to get out about that multiplayer reveal I reacted to that you didn't see because it was another video, and I reacted to that separately. Oh boy. Okay. Campaign-wise, we didn't really see anything campaign other than the cinematic, and I'm not gonna say any spoils to it. I'm not gonna mention what happened in that cinematic. I'm just gonna say it looked good, and it's like, all right, yeah, that's nice. And it showed like a little bit of the map, which, by the way, lighting looks fixed. Everything looks good now. Like, everything looks great that way. They fixed that, and I'm happy about that. And for when I looked up online, the Craig, which is, if you remember that like brute that just like showed his face smiling or whatever, like that kind of picture, he's now an Easter egg. They made him an Easter egg now. So he's somewhere in the game that you could just find him. That's fun. They revealed the multiplayer. Looks great. I do actually like the grapple hook mechanic, and it's a good thing it's not always on you. You have to actually go pick it up. But I do like that, especially because you can just grab weapons with it. Hate the gravity hammer. I'm saying that because someone used to play Griff Ball, which is basically like, how can I explain it? It's just a sport in the game. How can I explain that? Basically, someone picks up the ball, they become gold, and they have to take it to the other team's goal. You have gravity hammers to kill them with. You also have energy swords to deal with. In this game, it looked like it took a while to actually bring down the hammers. That annoys me. I'd rather it be faster. Tiny gripe. Let's see. Anyway, multiplayer stuff looks good. That's all I can basically say there. Here's something that pissed me off. They're adding a battle pass. They're adding a battle pass to Halo Infinite, and I'm like, oh, come on, man. Why?
Isn't it free though?
Yes, it's free, but why? And a lot of it
I mean,
reminds me of
I ca-
Destiny, and it's like it reminds me so much because it's like, okay, they have all this through the mobile app too. Like you can go through the mobile app and do all your stuff there, I think, too, and on the website, like through their website system. You can do all it through there instead of just the game. So I'm like, that's neat, but it's like Battle Pass, really? You have to do it through a pass system, which it's just like, I mean, MCC has that. MCC has the system where it's basically you go through these levels, and when you're say at like level 2 in the past, I guess, there has like a few different items within it. You can pick which one you want before the other ones, because let's say there's 10 in each level, and you usually can just like go in order. That's what it first did, and then they changed it to where you could pick one on like this other one first if you really want it, then pick another one, but you have to pick them all if you want to get to the next level. So I guess it makes sense, but uh, it's just so annoying. I think I prefer the time where you can just level up and you get like, and you unlock the armor, or in Reach's case, you would level up and you get credits and you spend credits to buy armor. And honestly, I know that sounds kind of bad, but I kind of liked it. It was kind of nice. It kind of showed that like, you could save up so much credits. Like the best armor piece is like 150,000 or something. And like I'd save up for that crap and always buy it. And now it's just like, kind of takes the sport out of it. Which I know I said Halo putting sport competition, don't like. I stand by that, but I mean leveling up was kind of nice to be a little stuff. Anyway, the Destiny thing I was talking about, uh, they have legendary items and rare items and all that, because there is a purple, there's a orange or gold, there's a blue, and I think there's probably going to be a green like type items. I'm like, oh my dear God. Fucking hell, fucking putting rarity on these damn things, and I'm like, oh God. I'm not too happy about that, but okay. It's the world now. Every game needs a battle pass, battle/season pass. Every game needs unlockable items, which isn't a bad thing on its own. And I don't know. Very annoying. Very annoying.
For certain games, I feel like it could make sense, but the issue is like,
They just do too
is when
much.
they
It's
say,
more like a copy.
yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I could see it like a good kind of nice thing if you don't have to pay for it every time. Like, here, have
Yeah.
this free thing, and yeah, you can get this stuff, and if you complete it, you may get a little bit nicer rewards. But like,
I will admit that one thing that they said in that reveal trailer does make me happier, is that they've said that they will not, that everything you unlock in the game is only unlockable. Like if you want to get some, you have to unlock it. You cannot pay to get it beforehand, except for some things. You can't get armor, like any new armor pieces or anything like that. You cannot pay to get it. I mean, it's just cosmetics, but you cannot do that according to them. You have to unlock it through their system. But from what I hear, coatings, which is their new like color customization, which is just Destiny shaders. That's exactly what it is. They can't tell me any different. It's just Destiny shaders. Apparently, those you can buy. Like you buy those, and everything
I
that
mean,
that you can buy for those, they can be unlocked later. But those you can get right away. But it's like, okay, why not just have colors? Not fucking like, oh, it's our new system. Like it works great. It gets so much customization. Like, yeah, you know what else made so much customization? Fucking choosing your own colors for each armor piece. Goddamn. Instead, you get one
yeah,
like
no.
one color for everything, one whole color to customize all you have.
The only Halo I've ever played is Halo 3.
Well, I mean, at least it was a good Halo. So
Yeah.
at least you're not one of those people who said that the only thing they play was Halo 4, or no, Halo 5. Okay, that depends. Halo 4 campaign, that's okay. That's great. Halo 4 campaign, I actually quite like. It's actually one of my favorites, probably second favorite. Or yeah, because narratively it is amazing. So screw everybody who says no. Except I won't be doing that because, Swede, he likes to take my words and misconstrue them. So, yeah, I hate you. Um, uh, what was I going on about? But multiplayer wise, Halo 4, no. Terrible. Halo 5. Multiplayer, meh. Campaign, terrible. Just Halo 3, yeah, good. You're good there. But honestly, I know you thought I had a ton to say about Halo Infinite. I don't. All I could say is I am actually very excited. Cannot wait to play it. And thankfully it's coming to Game Pass. I mean, granted, I would have bought it anyway. Shut up. I I would have bought it anyway. But thankfully it's coming to all that stuff.
You would have bought the Battle Pass.
No. I said I would have bought Halo Infinite anyway.
Oh,
Like the game. I would have bought the game anyway. Like I'm glad that it's coming to
a
Game Pass.
physical copy of it.
Ooh, that's a good idea, actually. I didn't think about that. Okay, if they mention like collector's editions or something, I'm buying it. No questions asked.
Yeah.
Like a collector's edition with like a statue or something. I don't care if that thing's like 170 or 200. I'm buying it. Because the last time I did that was Reach. I bought the legendary edition, which came with a statue. I never put that statue together. It is still sitting in a room. It is just sitting there. But it came with like a statue. It came with the limited edition, which came with like a custom book that was from like one of the characters in the game that has like a bunch of lore and info. So it's like it's kind of cool. But point is, yeah, I would like that. So glad it's coming free in a lot of ways. Also, free to play multiplayer. People who don't even have Game Pass or Gold, still cool. And Xbox has already said that every game free to play now will now be free to play without live. You do not need live in order or a multiplayer subscription in order to play free to play games. So Halo Infinite counts.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Which PlayStation already had.
I know, but I'm saying they finally, they finally got with the times.
Yeah.
Which Nintendo needs to get back on. Now Nintendo is doing it where every game requires a Nintendo online subscription. Like, hey guys, we got the Switch. We're making an online thing. That's what everyone else is doing, right? Like, okay, look, it's cheap. It's $20 a year.
Have you spoiled that also Nintendo has the worst fucking connection of all three?
Yeah, it does. It's fucking
It's also
terrible.
because of the servers that they use.
Yeah, I
for
know.
games.
But I mean,
'Cause with like a fighting game like Smash Bros, you can't really do the same thing as like FPS.
yeah, I guess. But like I said, it's only $20 a year anyway. I'm pretty sure that's actually just peer to peer. It's not matchmaking. I'm pretty sure there is no real matchmaking on those games. It's mainly peer to peer to the point that someone is actually the host. So someone will actually become the host in those matches. Whether it's like a 4-player, 8-player game, whatever. I think they're actually the host. There is no match made. Unless the game itself does that, but first party games, I don't think there is a match made. It's just, one person becomes a host, so good luck with that one. But
Wait, next.
Hmm.
Did you ever buy the blank rainbow?
no. It's now like $30 or $40 now, so I'm waiting for that to go down before I buy it.
I'm just staring at mine.
I'm waiting till that thing goes back down. It's very expensive now.
It went up. I think I got it for cheap if I remember.
It was like
correctly.
$20 when I first looked at it, or 15, I think. So I'm like, I should have got it then, but I'm like, I'd rather get something I could actually read. I don't read Japanese, and it is only in Japanese. There is no English
Jeez.
copy.
You don't know Japanese? Shaking my head.
No, I'm not a weeboo like you. The weeb. I am, but okay, fine.
Oh yeah, talking about collector's edition, I have only bought collector's edition once. And that was Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Press X to doubt. Anyway.
No, actually, because it's always like $300 normally. But I got that one for
I'll admit,
17.
one thing I really freaking wanted super badly was it Black Ops 4 that did that? The Juggernog mini fridge? Was it Black Ops 4?
Oh, that sounds like amazing actually.
Like I really wanted that. I mean, it was a small one, but it was just the Juggernog mini fridge. It was an actual mini fridge that worked. And like, I really want this. Like I wanted it so badly, but I'm like, I don't have the money. That was before I had a job, and I'm like, I really want this this thing so bad. But I couldn't buy it. Like it was the only chance I would ever buy Black Ops 4. I'm pretty sure it was for that game. Like, it's the only time I would ever pay for it, just for that alone. Because otherwise, I would never pay for the damn game.
Yeah.
But oh yeah. Speaking of mini fridges, I forgot to mention. It did not say it, but I saw it. They put out an Xbox mini fridge, an Xbox Series X mini fridge. It is actually a thing. Before they made the fridge real, now the mini fridge is real. It is actually
Isn't
announced.
it a little bit old? I think they mentioned that long time, like a.
No. The fridge was announced a while ago. The mini fridge is now new.
No. I think the mini fridge is kind of old news
Nope.
too.
Nope.
Like,
Nope. I'm dead serious. It is actually real. I have the article right here. Put that back in spam. Hold on.
yeah, but I think I've heard about it. Not.
I mean, you probably heard about it, but I'm saying it is actually full on, like, announced as a real thing now. So
I was still want an Xbox fridge.
well, I mean, a full fridge would be fine, but I just want this mini fridge now. It looks like it carries a lot, actually. Yeah, like my mini fridge only has like 6 spots. This has one. This looks like it has a ton. Like, I want that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh man.
Used to get fridges.
So this is actually purchasable. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Uh,
Are you gonna
the
waste
world's
fucking
most
cash
popular
on
and
a
average
fridge?
play on one of the Xbox's velocity cooling architecture. Yeah, all right. Does it say you can actually buy it though? I mean, I'm not now because it's just announced. I wonder, could you actually buy? Is it gonna be like purchasable, not just like, you can win this, or you can or like limited stock or something? I would hope. No one said a price yet, but uh, it's apparently supposed to be priced between $200 to $300. If that is the case, then never mind. But that'd be cool, unless it's like a bigger one, like one that's like underneath your desk or
The
something.
price
That's like,
was.
okay. They said they haven't given a price. Hold on. It says that no price has been said, but fans are predicting the price has to be less than the console. So people for some reason are predicting $200 to $300, and I'm like, that kind of doesn't make sense.
No.
But then again, if it is the big one, like those big mini fridges that like can like fit right under your desk, but like just barely, that kind of makes sense. Kind of. Because my mini fridge is tiny. It can fit on top of a desk, like in the corner. And that thing was only worth like $30, which just makes sense. All right. Pretty much all of Xbox and Bethesda. I mean, I'll say overall, the best conference because it had the most in it, obviously, but also the most well presented conference in my mind. Most well presented. It all went great.
Should we take the
man.
trash when we watch it directly after?
Oh man, they didn't even put the other game in there. That's stupid. Did they announce it somewhere? Hold on. Did they announce it somewhere else? No. Wow,
Which
they're
game?
missing some shit. In the Ubisoft one, they missed one. Huh. Okay. Sure, Square Enix. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So before we talk about this, I want to mention this one was like 30 minutes. It
On the
was
thing, it said like
30
an
minutes.
hour and 50, and we're like, oh well, all right, we might need to do this the next day because at the time we're like, oh, it's like a 4-hour stream for the Microsoft Bethesda. We figured that out, and they're like, oh, well, it's actually very short, or it's kind of short. We can go ahead and do Square Enix next, and then we're like, never mind, it's just 30 minutes. This is gonna be kind of a tiny one, like, but we'll do it.
It was gonna be longer. And I'm gonna tell you something even more funny. 15 of those minutes was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep. Which, okay, I'll say this. It looks like it's going to be a good game, but we have our gripes. We
Oh,
absolutely have
yeah.
our gripes. I mean, okay. The first thing, really, voice casting. Or the casting. We're not the biggest fans. Because Star-Lord sounds like a dude bro. And not like a, yo, dude, what's up, bro? Like, not that kind of shit. Just like, hippie. I don't know how to explain it. It just like, or not surfer bro type of deal. Just like dude bro. It's just like I don't know. It doesn't ring Star Lord to me. It does not work. It's It's weird. Like okay. Think Seth Green normally. Like Seth Green, if obviously, Chris from Family Guy and one of the main voices of Robot Chicken because he made Robot Chicken, but his normal voice, not the Chris voice. So I'd say that is pretty similar in my mind. Probably nowhere near correct, but that's just my thought. Um, Rocket sounds like if they went to the movie and they got one of the parts where he's talking very lightly or something, or like something like that, and that is how they chose the voice. Like not his normal voice, but like when they talk lightly in like one part of the movie, and that's his entire voice for the game. So it's like close, but no. And then our favorite, no, two of our favorites on the Drax. We're just too used to Dave Bautista. You can't take away that man's amazing performance as Drax. Like he is Drax. That's just how it is. He is. You cannot say no to that. He works great. Like he's amazing at it. And you have someone else doing it. It's like it's not a deep voice. It's not a deep voice person like voicing it. Not deep enough anyway. So it's like it doesn't fit. It does not fit. Sounds weird. I mean, he's probably good at the character, but it sounds weird. And then again, personal favorite of ours. Would you like to mention?
I am Groot.
Well, I'd say it doesn't sound like that. Like like that. It's just like
Like
eh.
it doesn't even sound like
It
it
does.
doesn't even sound like Groot at all.
It doesn't even sound like he's like really trying to say. Okay, it's very possible that the person who is voicing Groot is doing it just fine. Whoever's voicing him, because before it's obviously Vin Diesel. Works great. He's good at he's good at what he does. And then this person who's doing it, they didn't reveal cast names as far as I'm aware. Maybe someone's like made a thing about it already saying who's casted, but they didn't say in the trailer. So I don't know. But in this case with Groot, probably doing a good job at it. But whoever is editing it, whoever is like modulating that voice, what are you doing? You're going too into it. You turn the dial to 11 when it needs to be 7. Don't go to 11 just because every propaganda says turn that shit to 11. Turn it to 7. It's there for a damn reason. There's a fucking warning sticker right above it. Pay a damn attention. I got slightly country with that one.
Useful fucking.
I got slightly
take it
southern
to
with
the
that.
highest.
I don't know why, but I got slightly southern. I've been hanging around with too many southern people, I guess.
I feel like, yeah, the only good character was Gamora.
Yeah, Gamora was
kind of
great. That is
like
I guess it's not hard in that case. I mean, it's messed up to say. Okay, to me, I feel like when it comes to female voice casting, there are a lot of choices that will just make it fine, make it perfectly fine. Because it's like, I don't know, it's trying to say something that won't sound bad or won't sound sexist or something. I guess in a way, it's like, female voices are a lot easier to like modify in a lot of cases. So if they need to. So in a way, it's just like, it kind of works out easier. Like, and it's always easier for them to work with.
The only two that actually modified is Rocket and Groot.
Yeah. Also, I'm just going to say it right now. Like, I am going to say this. Freaking, at this rate, women just have seem to have a better vocal, and which I guess singing counts as vocal in this case, talent than most men do in this case. So, you're most likely going to get a good deal with that. Mostly of whoever you pick. Whoever you cast. So, gotta say that. It's just like, not many you'll run into you won't. Anyway, so yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy took forever. And the whole point of the game is to play as just Star-Lord. I would have preferred a game where you could switch between the people. But it looks like you just play as Star-Lord, and it's a choice game. So it's like there would be these dialogue options where it's like, you know, this, say Rocket wants to storm into this base and like do stuff. And Gamora's like, no, that could probably be too dangerous for you. And then Star-Lord has to decide which is going to happen. You know, side with Gamora and say, no, it's too dangerous. Or side with Rocket and say, you know, go blow shit up. So that's the point of the game, is to just keep siding with people. Like, yeah, that's going to work out well. If you're going to be the...
make it a multi-ending game then.
Probably. But if you're going to be the word that's banned on Twitch, the word that starts with an S, to Gamora, then, well, we know where this is going. Can't say that word. Thanks a lot, Twitch people.
You know, yeah, I still don't fucking understand. I'm still like,
Well, I don't think
why
it's
is
banned. It's just so much that they look at your streamer archive if that word is detected. So they like go like, what happened there? What? Like, I'm trying to think of like a good example, like visually, like something that you can pop up in your mind and just instantly know what I mean. Like, I'm trying to think like a movie thought, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so you have that kind of mechanic. It's a third-person action shooter, so okay, that makes sense. I mean, I think it's gonna be a good game as long as it's better than freaking Avengers, which it's gonna be better than Avengers. So don't worry. I'm gonna say that now. It is going to be. That's my thought. Then a lot of random trailers, which this only has 4. I think there was at least a couple more games announced, but this only shows 4 on this list. So even this site knows that there was just a bunch of bullshit announced.
I think the only like trailers issue was the Avengers
Oh my
DLC for
God.
Black Panther.
Yeah, the Black Panther one. Hold on. Who wrote this? I gotta see who wrote this. Games Industry Biz. These guys. I'm not even gonna mention who wrote it. But yeah.
No. But like, yeah, I think the Black Panther one, the okay, we're gonna talk about this one just now.
Hmm?
Chaos.
I forgot the name of the game. What was the name of the game? Do you remember the name of the game?
The Stranger of. Also, do you have the note thing?
No, I've stopped taking notes. And it doesn't show it on here. No, yeah, it does. Never mind. This one's on here. I was looking around, I didn't see it.
This
Stranger of
Stranger of-
Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Talking about that one? Okay. So basically, the whole point, I don't even know the point of the story. All I know is that just like there's this one guy in it who's like, all right, we must kill Chaos. Like it's Chaos's fault. Like, you know, we have to go after Chaos. It's like at this point, is freaking Metal Gear Solid like, no, Chaos and nah. Just like, what the fucking hell? Shut up.
Like,
It's just every 5 seconds,
so
Chaos. And then like the narrator is even in on it, like, okay, like in this story, you are facing an evil villain named Chaos, and your whole objective is to go kill Chaos, and you have to, face Chaos's wrath in this new world. Blah blah blah. I'm like, can you stop saying the
kill
word
chaos.
chaos? Like, okay.
It's
The
chaos.
worst part is, I even made a joke about how if you played a drinking game, to every time they say the word chaos, and then you replied with, you'd be dead. Like, you're not wrong. Like, they say it so damn much.
Like I think it was like 5 seconds. That was chaos. 5 seconds.
Okay,
Chaos.
I'm gonna say this now. This game comes out in 2022, and if they release another update for it, like in the next E3 or another like thing for it, I'm definitely having a bingo like spot for that. We were gonna do bingo charts, by the way. We decided screw it. Like we never even did them, so whatever. But uh, if they could do that again, the next one, I'm definitely going for that. Hell, I might even freaking actually drink
You
it.
should take some
I might actually
alcohol
do it.
then that
I'm
time.
gonna say I might
That's
actually
maybe-
do that. I might actually grab some. If it's not a couple nights, well, I'll probably just like do it on a day where it's like I'm free for the next couple days, just in case. And I'm like, yeah, I'll grab something. I'm shot
We're
worthy.
talking about Final Fantasy. They are releasing 1 to 6 on Steam.
I'm actually okay with.
on
I'm partially okay with that because it's like, okay, I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of the Final Fantasy series, and the only reason why is because honestly, I wasn't a big fan of turn-based RPGs for the longest time, and recently I've gotten into a few of them. But also, honestly, the story kind of just bored the hell out of me. Final Fantasy. I didn't care. I do not care.
I
Like,
think
oh, boo,
people say
fucking who?
7 and 9 has the best stories.
Those I can at least agree with. Well, 9 I don't know. 7 I can at the very least heavily agree. Yeah, that should be good. I wouldn't mind playing that. Which, by the way, it is on Game Pass, the original. So I could do that.
Yeah.
I could at least play the original.
I still have to finish the remake.
Get on that, bitch.
Like I'm not kidding. So I did 2 chapters each stream. I have 2 chapters left.
Jeez. Yeah, we got that. There's more Final Fantasy stuff, I think. Oh yeah, they did the trailer for Integrate, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we already knew about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think they mentioned 16 at the end. Like a little bit.
I think maybe. Also, I forgot to mention the last one because it's not on the list. I don't think. No, I don't see it on the actual list. No, it's in there. I just didn't see it. 12 minutes on the Xbox One, the 12-minute game. I think that's pretty cool because it's gonna have Daisy Ridley. I don't know who the other person was, and Willem Dafoe. I'm like, that would be good because it's just a loop game where it loops for these 12 minutes. It loops, I think. So you just have to like try to figure stuff out. I think that'd be kind of nice, but that's all I gotta say about that game. Good casting. I'd be interested to see what they do with it.
So it's really good.
Yeah, probably. I say yeah, Daisy Ridley's pretty much a good actor anyway, but I've only seen her in 2 things. Or I only know of her in Star Wars and whatever that one movie with Tom Holland was. I'd never actually seen that one, but I saw the trailers and went, oh, okay. What was that?
Uh,
What was that movie?
I don't know.
Hold on. Also, Shorty, you have been very quiet through all of this.
Oh yeah, I just kind of zoned out.
Like, you can talk anytime, you know? You can jump in anytime.
I didn't watch any other things other than just like the
Wow. Chaos Walking. That was
Jeremy
a...
invited a guest and it's terrible. Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. Chaos Walking. That's the name of the movie. With Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley. So, yeah, I've seen trailers of that. I've never watched it because I don't watch movies these days. I don't really care for them. These are boring. I don't have any faith. I don't have any faith in movies anymore. I'm pretty sure they're all boring now. Except for the Marvel ones, they're mostly okay.
I think it's
The only time.
Yeah, there's a new one called Army of the Dead. Really good movie.
Mm.
It's a zombie movie, but you know, it was good.
The fact that it's a zombie movie instantly tells me no, because most of them are trash.
Yeah, but Danny can agree with me.
Okay, that's 2 people. Your point.
Trust me, I'm Russian. You can trust me.
The people in Stalker 2 were Russian. I don't think I could trust them. They didn't seem very trustworthy. Okay. I'm not saying that Russians are not trustworthy. Don't spin my freaking words, internet. Not me being racist. Freaking
Sound like you
hashtag canceled.
Russian is...
Hashtag canceled.
Don't worry.
Cancel me.
See, you cancel yourself already.
Very nice.
That's the best way to cancel someone is to cancel yourself. Because if people try to cancel you, like, yeah, I know. I already did that like 50 times.
Yeah, you just weren't paying attention. Another thing that they announced, which I'm like, why? Okay, cool. Hitman Sniper. Another mobile game. What? We already knew about Hitman Sniper, the first one, and now it's Hitman Sniper: The Shadows. Like, okay. Square, I think you're losing your edge. Did you ever have your edge? Because I don't think you ever did. Because all you do is
No,
release
they're called
trailers for mobile
Square.
games.
No, the first name was Squaresoft.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a copy. So that's a no. Okay. Your normal little
Well,
podcast.
yeah, I don't think there was much to say about Square Enix. Like, honestly, it was so bad.
Hold on. The only noteworthy thing for me that I even cared about was the Life is Strange stuff, and there wasn't much to go on about. I mean, there was the True Colors that just like went a little bit more in detail about the new powers, which is just aura stuff. Like, oh, you can see the aura, like, if they're angry, if they're sad, or they're joyful, or whatever. I'm like, apparently the ability is you could probably fix it. Like, you can make them feel better, I guess. I don't know. I'm just like, okay. I mean, it's probably a good game, but could explain that better. You got that, which I guess is all right. It's made by Deck 9, which is the people who made Before the Storm, so okay, which explains why one of the characters, there's a character in it named Steph. She's from Before the Storm, and they just brought it back in this because I'm like, well, I guess it was a fan favorite. I agree she was a good character, but fan favorite. All right. I know the actor, or I know the voice actress for that, and yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't finish the first one.
I actually talked to her a couple times, mainly on her stream because she streams. So, like, I talked to her a couple times. She's all right. Nothing else in Square. Square's kind of out, so meh. Okay, I'm gonna go off with the two other things I watched, which is Ubisoft and Nintendo. I'm not gonna mention much, but I'm gonna mention a few things. Obviously, Just Dance. I skipped it. I don't care. Cool. Dancing game.
How dare
Congratulations.
you.
Congratulations. I skipped it for two reasons. One, copyright. Two, it's stupid. So no thanks. Let's see here. They only had, is this the only games they had? Just 5 games? Oh, no, there was one more that they for some reason don't have this list. One thing I was actually excited about. Do you know the game Rocksmith? The guitar learning game?
Oh yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they now are making another one, Rocksmith Plus, which at first I was like, oh yeah, that's good. Then the only bombshell that I'm annoyed about, it's a subscription service for it. You have to subscribe for it. I'm like, oh no. No, you had me so hyped. Like, no, another Rocksmith, because I was so bad at the other one. I'm like, I would like a new one that's more developed and like actually has more attention to it, because like the other one was from 2014. It was remastered for like the next year. Like a year later they made a remastered version, or maybe a year after that they made a remastered version. So I was like, okay, so they're gonna be more dev cycles with this game, like more attention, more updates. Not really, just new songs added. That's it. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's neat. So now with this one I'm like, okay, good, more stuff to do. If there's any issues they can help fix. Well, okay, subscription, that's a downer. However, one thing that actually is very nice for me, tablature, which people don't know, tabs, like guitar tabs. It's basically just like, okay, how can I explain it? It basically just like, it's a part on the screen for people who don't know. It's basically just like, you can read it on the screen. It'll show like 6 lines. The top line is the high string, the bottom line is the low string, in this case, like, that order. And it just shows the numbers, which the numbers are the frets on the guitar. So that's the way I've learned guitar this entire time. I've learned through tablature. And in this game, at first it didn't do that. It was just like their own type of setup, and it like go super fast. And I'm like, this is so hard, because it's like now I had the low string as the top and the high string on the bottom. Like, this is so confusing. There's no setting to switch this. And I'm like, it's confusing for me. I don't know why it was, but it was. And now they have tablature mode. I'm like, oh, okay, this will help me out big time, because now I can just look at the number and go from there. So that helps. But yeah, subscription service, okay, I guess. But it had a closed beta, and I signed up for it. So I will tell you how I think about it when if I get into it. If I get into it, I'll mention how I like it or not. If I'm not signing a freaking NDA saying don't say anything.
I don't think they would do that. Not at least.
Well, it's
I mean,
Ubisoft.
if
It's Ubisoft.
yeah,
Come
but
on.
also like, I mean,
Wait,
as
I'm
long
pretty
as you
sure
don't
they just
like,
mean a recording and streaming NDA, but at the same time, it may be one of those vocal NDAs because there are some games that do that. They say do not say anything on any platform. So even a podcast or a review, you cannot say anything about it. You're not allowed to. Like in any online format, you cannot share word about what it's like in that beta or anything from it. There are some games that do that. I'm pretty sure Ubisoft has actually made some of those. So it could be. If it's not one of those, I'll say something. If it is, I'll just play nice. I won't say anything about it. I'll say that I like it, but that's about it. Or if I hate it, I'll say I don't like it, but we'll see. Okay, another game, which by the way has a beta as well, Riders Republic. This game looks great. Like it really looks good. It is BMX. Okay, it has BMX racing. It looks like Trials, but first person and third person. Like it reminds me of that, but it's like racing around on BMX bikes, snowboarding. I think it does not have snowmobiles. Just like snowboarding. It has hang gliders. It also has parachute gliding, which is for exploration. You can explore the whole huge map. It has like a giant map to go around. It has its own creation, I think. I think you can like create your own maps with it. Maybe. I could be confusing with that other game we saw on the Xbox thing, but yeah. Uh, Still, that's really cool. And I actually am kind of excited to play that. It does have a beta too, so I'll sign up for it. So, cool. I won't mention much with Rainbow Six Extraction, because, you. And before we started this, I did tell you the one feature, which is that if you play with an operator and you bring in some equipment, that if you lose, like if you get captured, that operator is now gone. Like you cannot select that operator again until you go on the mission to rescue the operator with someone else. And I'm pretty sure the equipment's either they didn't specify whether equipment is gone forever at that point. We have to get it again, or if when you rescue the operator, you get the equipment back. I don't know which it said, but point is that's the mechanic, and
you're
I'm
gonna
like,
be
I
able to
actually kind of like
get
that.
like duplicates of items because that would be good. Because like, say you find an assault rifle that you like, and then as I said, you lose it, so you still want to use the assault rifle, so you would be like, oh, I have to rescue that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, screw the operator. I don't care about the operator. I want my assault rifle back.
Like,
Who
fuck you,
cares?
guy. Can you just give me the weapon? Can you just release the weapon? Thank you.
But it's
You
on my
stay here.
back.
Bye.
Like it's on my back. You have to rescue me to get it. It's stuck to my back. Like, then you rescue him, and it's like,
Nah, I'm just gonna.
then you rescue
I'm.
him, and it's like, okay, now I'm holding the gun, so you have to get me out of here before you get this gun back. Like, can I just take it from you? Can I
Just
knock you
shoot him
out
in
and
the
steal it?
hand.
Can I just
Just
knock you
shoot
out
him
and
instead.
or kill him? Pretty sure if you did that, like, it'd be fun if you actually did try to kill them, and it's like, oh, the operator's now permanently locked because you killed them. Like, oh,
Or you get like a time limit where like the character gets locked for like a
that was
time.
loud.
Like, well, that's not a problem.
Did you guys hear
But
that?
yeah, what?
Did you guys hear that a second ago?
No.
Okay, I guess Chris is doing his job. Something fell in the living room. That was, ow.
Okay, so as I was saying, like they could lock it for a while. That would be nice.
Yeah. But I mean, okay. Again, I'm not a big fan of Rainbow Six games in general. I did kind of like the Vegas games a little bit. I guess they're okay, but I didn't get to play them much because I would prefer to play with friends. Uh,
Yeah, which is good with extraction because you need friends.
yeah, Vegas 1 and 2, which I still love I'll mention this. One of the mechanics I loved about Vegas 1 and 2 is that you could plug in the old Xbox Live Vision camera and you can actually map your face to your player model. It's just like you'd have your face horribly made, mind you, on that model. And it'd be hilarious. So like I do love that mechanic. I can never get it to work. I tried and it could never track my face right. I don't know if it was the lighting in my room or what, but it couldn't track my face correctly. I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. But anyway, there's that Siege. It actually got an update, I think. I think Siege. Oh, no, the new season,
Oh.
the new Siege season.
I've not played it yet.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's like already updated or if it's going to be, but I don't
It's
care. I don't care. I
do.
don't play Siege.
Played it,
I'll admit, I was going to, and apparently Siege is getting crossplay. So, that's a note.
between PlayStation and Xbox, but not PC.
Which, okay, that's fine because I have it on Xbox because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So, I can
Yeah,
still
so
do
if
that.
you ever want to just mess around in that sometime, we could do that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing like one stream of it and then never playing again. That's probably what I'm gonna do. So that's that. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I may actually have a friend who might want to join that, but I think they have it on PC, so that wouldn't work. So scratch that thought. They may have it on
might get
PS4.
it on. Actually, do you have it on PC? Or is it
I
only on
don't.
console?
I don't think I have it on PC. No.
Hmm.
But I mean, like I said, it's on Xbox Game Pass, so
Or we
I
just
just
wait for a free weekend to play it. Well, there's a free weekend now, but you know.
weekend.
actually,
That's
you
a
could-
week. It's actually a week. But the problem is it's
Oh.
Thursday. I can't stay up late tomorrow, and we're staying up late now to do this. So that's already said and done. But yeah, I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
we could still. Well, can you even run Siege on your PC? Like, do you even know if you
Oh
could?
yeah, I can.
Why do you keep telling me a lot of time where it's like, oh, I don't know if I can play this game on PC? Like, I get the high-end games, but if you play Siege on your PC, you can absolutely play a lot of other games.
Yeah, but I have low graphics also. Remember that?
Again, Siege, an Ubisoft game.
Although Siege is an older game.
How
It
old?
was
It's not
6
that
years
old.
old.
Damn, is it? Fuck.
Yep, it is that old. Like I can play games that is from like 2015. That's my that's my limit.
I'm feeling you could do a bit more, but
I probably could, but I don't wanna.
I feel like you can actually play
I
Doom
think it's the
Eternal on your PC.
processor.
I feel like you could, and I'm only saying that
Huh?
because I said I feel like you could play Doom
Okay.
Eternal on your PC because there's like a really potato graphic mode on it.
Maybe.
Because I mean,
Maybe
honestly,
because
that
it's a
game
16
on
one.
my laptop I think even gets high frame rate. I haven't tried it because I haven't installed it. I don't want to install large games on my laptop. I only have the SSD. When I get the hard drive for it, sure, but past that, meh. Anyway, past all that stuff, there was another two things announced. Obviously, the Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, because I actually didn't know that was an Ubisoft property, the Mario Rabbids, which Rabbids is, yes, because that's part of Rayman. But I didn't know that Nintendo licensed out Mario to them for this, for them to develop. But I guess it makes sense. So, I mean, yeah, okay. I never played a Mario Rabbids game, which, fun fact, I'll mention this. Maybe like last
that we
night
own
or
it?
yesterday, I didn't have the last game was Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and didn't have the game. For some reason, I thought it was just a Wii U game. I think it was. I'm not sure about that, but I'm like, I thought that's all it was. And then I saw it on the eShop on my Switch because I was going through because Nintendo announced like new demos that you could play. So I'm like, all right, I'll download some to check them out. And I looked at the deals. This game was $10, 15? No. What was it?
Wabbit,
It was a
wabbit.
bundle. Like it was a I forgot how much. Hold on. I can look this up right now, actually, just to be sure. Rabbids.
Yep.
Kingdom.
You in again? I'll put you over here.
Battle.
Okay.
Okay, Nintendo. Here we go. I can actually tell you right now how much it is. Okay. Once I can actually see the. Oh my fucking god! Are you serious? Go to the damn site so I can. No. I hate this stupid shit. I'm saying to try to buy it. Okay, here we go. Normally it is $60 because games. It is on sale right now for $10, and I bought it because it was $10 instead of 60. I'm like, you know what? That's fair. So first Mario Rabbids game I now own. At time of reacting both to Ubisoft and Nintendo, I did not own it. Now I do. So, okay. And I tried like maybe one mission of it, and it's like, all right, it's all right. It's a tactical game, like it's a, I don't know, it's a turn-based tactical game of this one, and then the Sparks of Hope is not turn-based. It's like you could freely move around and do. It might be turn-based, but it's like you can freely move around like this set area now, instead of just being stuck to one area and doing stuff like that. Okay, but that was announced. I guess people are happy about that because now it has Rabid, Rosalina, and all that. And oh boy, she's bored. That's literally what the Nintendo trailer said. Because the Ubisoft trailer didn't have any narration, but the Nintendo one had narration over it, and it's just like, oh, and Rabid Rosalina's now in the game, and she's bored. Like, okay, thanks for narrating the obvious. I'm a little bit bored now. And can you imagine what the last game announced at Ubisoft was?
WarioWare?
No, Ubisoft.
Oh, Ubisoft. I don't know. Far Cry?
No, they did have actually a cinematic trailer for that. I forgot they do have that, but meh. But nope. Some you wouldn't expect.
A good game?
That remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. Oh crap! Another thing they mentioned, a new DLC to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I think is a free one. I'm not sure about that.
Druids or River Raids?
I don't remember, but
New Druids comes with Season Pass.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. There's some.
Oh no, they added
update.
Master Challenges, which is new.
It's like a new area thing, so there's that. And also, something they mentioned is that they're making another game, which is for the history buffs, or the people who love the history in Assassin's Creed games. It's an exploration type of game, where you just explore, and it's like learn about all the history involved. If that's like your main focus in Assassin's Creed game, then that's what that game's for. So it's gonna be its own separate thing. So they're announcing that. Yeah, the last game, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. The movie, Avatar, the game. Except not the movie, the game. I know. It's not the movie, the game, because that was already made. This is its own game, and I imagine it of its own like little side story. I don't know where it fits in. Does it fit in between 1 and 2? Is it a part of? I don't understand it. I imagine because this game's released, I mean, they're going to obviously start talking more into Avatar 2. I think it already started filming, if I'm not mistaken. Avatar 2?
They started filming like fucking years ago, I think.
Well,
you know that Avatar 2
well, that's the problem. They probably
released...
stopped. Well, that's the thing. It was going to get released, but they stopped because they realized, oh, hey, the first one's so bad. Oh, good God, man. I mean, honestly, the game for Avatar.
Yeah, fun fact. Avatar was meant to be released in 2019.
Well, I mean, that's how it works, I guess. But now, well, okay, maybe something happened then. I don't know what could have happened then, just like scheduling issues or something. But of course, 2020 happened, and that probably really set it off scale. So that makes sense. But the game, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, it looks okay. I mean, granted, it was a cinematic trailer. It had no gameplay. Obviously, it was an announcement completely out of left field because no one knew what the hell it was. So, it seemed all right. I guess, I mean, it looked fine. I don't know where the hell it's set to, because obviously at the end of the first movie, spoilers for whoever the hell hasn't seen that one yet. For that movie,
I want to watch Avatar again.
I might in the future. I don't know, but meh. In the end of that movie, they banished every human except for the good ones, which are like 5 humans. They banished every other human off of the planet to go back to Earth, which is probably dying in that storyline, but they banished them off of Pandora. So in this case, what is 2 supposed to be about? Like, what conflict are you supposed to have there? And why are the humans in this game? There were humans in the game, and I'm like, when does this take place? Does it take place during the first movie? Did the humans come back? You're throwing a lot of mixed signals here.
I mean, in the second one, it would make sense if it's that the human comes back trying to retake the world.
Guess, but I mean, if it's gonna be the exact same thing, like, we want that unobtainium, like, we want that precious element thing, like, yeah, we want it, like, is that really why you just came back to do the exact same plot as the first one? I would not, I mean, I would not be surprised if that's what happens, because that is, unfortunately,
No, I don't
Hollywood's
think.
sequel
But
ideas is,
is
hey,
it
let's do the same thing again, but make it a
is it
sequel.
Jackson that makes these movies?
Peter Jackson,
Whether his
yeah.
name- Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he would do that. I think he's way.
I've only seen one
smarter
movie
than
of
that.
his, and that is Avatar. I don't think I've ever seen another Peter Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's also known as one of the best directors out there. So
Is that only because Avatar did good?
I think that, and I think there is other movies he's done good. But it's
I'll
like
say
Quentin
this.
Tarantino also lying at the top, doing a lot of good movies. So
Yeah. I'll say this when it comes down to it. I mean, with Avatar, I mean, it had pretty good CGI at the time. There was, of course, it was very noticeable in areas, but I mean, at the time, it was pretty good CGI. It worked out pretty nicely.
I mean, let's talk about like Jurassic Park. It also has good CGI
Yeah,
for
that was
its
barely.
time.
Barely. I mean,
Oh,
or
who is it that does Jurassic Park again?
Hmm?
Who's the director for that movie?
I don't know. Hold on.
He's one of my favorite directors.
Jurassic
Oh,
Park. Give me a sec. No, that's the cast. Who directed it? No, director Steven Spielberg. Why the hell didn't I remember that?
yeah, Steven Spielberg.
Why didn't I remember that? That should have been easy.
Yeah, he's one of the. He is definitely the
Spielberg,
best.
yeah, he's definitely the best. You can't screw all the
Like,
people who are like, oh, Hitchcock films, all great. Like, fuck that, fucking Steven Spielberg, man. I mean, hell, you got
I feel
Jurassic
like
Park,
if
you got
he could,
Jaws. I mean, what else you got here?
I've not watched Jaws.
Star Wars.
What?
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 Directed by Steven Spielberg.
Did he?
Which one?
Yeah.
Hold on.
4 and 5.
4 and
What?
5.
4, 5, maybe 6.
No, it says right here that he did not direct one,
I swear it was Steven Spielberg.
or maybe it's someone a new one. Hold on. I don't think he did. Hold on.
Steven
I'm looking right now. Hold on.
Spielberg. Oh yeah, he did Schindler's List also.
No. Second episode between the 2 movie makers and yeah, it says right here that
Oh, yeah.
Spielberg has never directed a Star Wars film. I mean,
Oh
okay.
yeah, he also done Men in Black.
Okay, that's actually not bad.
The Indiana Jones movies.
Okay, so in this case, A New Hope was directed by George Lucas. Irvin Kershner, I don't know how to pronounce that, did Empire, and Richard Marquand, Marquand, did Jedi. Which is funny because we actually sit here and think like, oh, the new trilogy was so divided because it did two different directors because we did JJ and then we
thing-
went to Rylan, whatever the fuck hell his name is, the second guy, and then they went back to, was it JJ on the third one again?
Yeah, but I think the
So it's
thing
like all
was
fucked
that
up. I mean,
at
granted,
least
that one was just image, like, or direction that was not passed on. Because in this case, with this one, the directions were passed on. I mean, it was written all, one at a time, which
yeah,
makes sense. But
Lucas
it's like,
made everything. Like that's the thing, and
well,
he
it's
No,
kind
had a
the
lot.
first
I mean, he didn't make everything. It's not, well, kind of. He wrote it all, I think. Or no, no, he did not. No,
he
George
wrote
Lucas
a
only. Oh, okay, yeah, he did write them all, but there was also help with two other people. He had two
Spielberg
other
was one
writers.
of the like he helped on set with Star Wars, which is how he met Harrison Ford, which he later on casted for Indiana Jones.
You're talking to somebody who is a crazy. I'm not gonna say a crazy Star Wars fan, but I'll say at the very least, I have a lot of info when it comes to these how they met and everything. I don't know how many times I've seen the screen test between him and Mark Hamill.
I've seen it several
Which, by
times
the
too,
way, fun
but
fact, Luke's original name was Starkiller.
yep, do
Ain't
that
that
one.
some shit? Which is funny because later they used it again for the character in Force Unleashed.
Yep.
Ain't that a callback?
Good games.
Good stuff. I need to continue those games actually,
I
but I
gotta
need
say,
to beat the first game back to where I was on PC so I can continue playing it. Because I was playing on an Xbox, but I moved to PC, so I need
The
to
first game
fix that.
has a like the Wii version of the first game has a completely different story than the original or than the Xbox version.
That's
It
because
looks
the original
significantly
version
different.
is the PS2 version. There's the
It
PS2
has
version.
like a better story.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying the PS2 version and the Xbox version are completely different. PS2 version kind of has a better story that's more fleshed out, but the graphics are significantly worse. While, up to Xbox and PS3, great and great graphics, decent story. And also the voice acting and the original one was kind of didn't hit the mark. Didn't hit the mark. But anyway, large Star Wars tangent we just went on because of Spielberg all the way down to no, because Avatar with Peter Jackson to Spielberg to Star Wars. Jesus
Yep.
Christ. Welcome to the Nerd Ensemble.
But yeah, as said in stone, Steven Spielberg is the best director that has ever been.
I can agree with that.
I mean, he fucked up Crystal Skull Island.
Did he direct?
But like,
Did he direct Crystal
yep,
Skull? Are you
he
sure?
directed all of them.
Oh, also, something that you're missing there, Shorty. Harrison Ford was not the original one for Indiana Jones. That was Tom Selleck. That was the original thought. The guy from Magnum PI. The original show. That was his original thought, and he was going to do it, but scheduling issues because of Magnum PI. If it wasn't for that show, Tom Selleck would have been Indiana Jones. So.
Harrison Ford would have succeeded in the
Okay,
way he
yeah,
did.
okay. Harrison Ford was the better option. But can you imagine a Tom Selleck Indiana Jones instead? Like there were some like I think there's some screen tests that are still out there with it, but I don't know where they are. But it's just like that is interesting. And yes, Spielberg did do
I'm just
Crystal Skull.
gonna check who fucking Tom Selleck is. I feel like I should.
I mean, he's well known. He was in Magnum PI. If you know what the show is, it's a good show.
Like,
Very good
I
show.
know I watched a little bit, but
It's
like,
the main guy. I know.
mean, yeah, but
How you
next,
pronounce
like,
it? Okay.
remember, that's like
So
fucking 90s.
Tomsellek.
I
Also,
have already found out.
the guy.
Yeah, he's in a. Oh, he's in the Meet the Robinsons.
I wouldn't know. I only know Tom Selleck from Magnum PI. That's the only thing I know him from. Oh, it's
Yeah,
the
he
only
hasn't done
thing.
anything I recognize him from. He was in 10 episodes of Friends.
Let's see. Man PI, Blue Bloods, 3 Men and a Baby. I think I've actually no 3 Men and a Baby. I know what that is. Um, I know what both the original and the reboot is of that. There was a reboot. But yeah. Anyway, that I still find that kind of
Yeah, I
nice to know.
don't recognize anything he's been in.
Good guy though. Good guy. Okay. Which okay, I want to mention this one thing when it comes to it. Indiana Jones is not a great guy. He's not. He's a horrible person.
Yeah.
I mean, how in
I
the
mean, this
first
is it
movie it's
from like,
literally, well, yeah, but I mean, in the first movie, even at that point, it was, but it was immediately said that he literally had sex with a minor. He was like 15, I think. He was like 23 at that point in the movie. I think 22, 23, and he was with someone who was like 15. It's like, yep, yep, okay. Just throw that. I mean, nobody would notice that on the first watch, but second watch, or if they didn't pay attention, then second watch, like, heh, okay, just gonna. All right. Anyway, off to the Nintendo thing to mention because we still have that left to talk about.
That was the only thing I was here for. Now it's 2 a.m.
Sorry.
That's the only thing I watched.
I mean, it was gonna be the last one because it's the last thing I did. It's the last thing I reacted to, and it's also the second longest of these, I think. Second, yes, it is the second longest of games announced. So, I'm not going to go in order because, again, I don't know the order from this list because, again, it wants to just show it in whatever list it wants to. So, it's going by release date, not by announcement.
First thing that showed was a Smash reveal.
Oh, yeah. So, in that Smash reveal, they literally show. Okay, it doesn't even show that. It shows games on this release list. It doesn't show all that they announced, which kind of defeats the purpose, I guess. The first thing they show Ganondorf, like that. And I guess everybody thought, oh, hey, Zelda. It's like okay, it's some Zelda related. Yeah, yeah. Gets thrown in a volcano. And then I'm like, no, this is not Zelda. This isn't Zelda. I just knew that immediately. And then we see the character, and I already knew right then and there. I'm like, is that a Tekken character? I've never played the game, but is that a Tekken character? Yep, it was from Tekken. A Tekken character. I don't know his name. It's the main character, I think. It gets.
His name was Kazuya Mishima.
Good for him.
I never played Tekken either.
Yeah. I have Tekken 7 because it was like really cheap on somewhere, so I got it and I have it. Oh no, I got it through a Humble Bundle through the Bandai Namco. So I have it. Never played it. But anyway, he's now in there. They put a fighting game character in a fighting game. Cool. And that just literally means they took the exact same fighting moves from that game into this game, and it's like, okay, good for you.
yeah.
Exactly. Jinx on that one. Oh, okay.
I'm not upset about him being in the game.
I mean, me either. It's just kind of
More
whatever.
upset about the place that he took being one of the final 2 DLC characters.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody would have preferred somebody else. Everybody's freaking rooting for Goku or Master Chief at that rate. I'm like, no.
Bro, I just want like Crash Bandicoot.
That's a
What about
Sony
Spyro also?
character, though.
Yeah,
You
but
can't do Crash.
is already on a bunch of like all the Crash games are on Nintendo systems. So licensing really
Well,
wouldn't
licensing,
be an
sure,
issue.
but I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
that's
no,
gonna work.
So Sony would
And
not want to do
Sony,
that.
I
They're
think Sony wanted to
rivals.
put in their own fighting game, which, by the way, they did at one point. They did put Crash in a fighting game that was a Smash copy, Smash clone. But there's that. They wouldn't really do that, and I don't think they would use Spyro either. The only reason why Banjo and Kazooie was thrown in there is because it used to be a Nintendo, because Rare used to be with Nintendo, and they moved to Microsoft. And since lately Nintendo and Microsoft have been like, you know, buddy buddies like crazy, they're just like, okay, we'll just, we'll go ahead and license the guy
mean,
out to you. Like, go ahead, take the character. Like,
I
go
mean,
ahead. It used to be yours, so go for it. Have some fun.
yeah.
Which, by the
Also,
way, aren't they
I
making the
think the
game?
issue is with the licensing is that PlayStation and Nintendo is kind of rivals since
Well, they're not rivals, but they're just not fans of each other.
yeah, because Sony had an ID which Nintendo didn't like.
I wouldn't call them rivals. It's more so that they have a fun past, I should say, considering everybody
Yeah, but
remembers the
that's what I mean.
Nintendo.
They have a
The
rivalry since ancient. Like,
well,
if
it,
anything, Xbox just throw themselves into the mix. The
I still want to
real
really call it much of a rivalry. I mean, it wasn't much. I mean, PlayStation kind of beat that immediately as they released their first deal. I mean, granted, yeah, they had the 64 versus the PlayStation. Really, it was the 64 versus the Dreamcast. The PlayStation just killed them both. Sorry, Dreamcast lovers, but well, actually, no. Technically, no. Technically, no. Dreamcast was way better. The game selection wasn't all too good. There was like 5 or 6 games that was great. Rest of it, meh. PlayStation 1 had too many good games, so it was kind of well. The graphics are
so
worse.
the
Game's great.
Dreamcast was a great console, but the issue was it
Didn't
had no
have
games that was
didn't have a
good.
lot of games, which is why it got killed around the Saturn, because the Saturn tried to improve, failed miserably.
Yeah,
What do
and
you guys?
Nintendo just basically got killed too a little bit because
I mean,
PlayStation actually made
a
a new
little bit, yeah, but I
IP.
mean, once the GameCube came out, that was all smooth, I guess.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
then
it kind of became their
PlayStation
own.
2 came out
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna go down
that
the whole
killed the
console
whole
history.
market.
We had a whole episode of that. We had a whole episode of that. So that's ancient times. It's like episode 3 or 4 of this podcast. I forget which one. I think it's 4. But
Yeah.
We're
anyway,
talking most likely characters for Smash. I gotta put Rayman up there.
that
'Cause
might
Ubisoft
work because Ubisoft is already
would be
working with
dying
Nintendo.
to put their characters in more Nintendo games.
Yeah.
While
Besides,
they sucked on Nintendo consoles.
I mean, besides, considering Nintendo is already licensing the Mario IP over to Ubisoft to make the Mario Rabbids, it would
Yeah,
it would
there's
make perfect
also
sense to get Ubisoft to
Ci
license the
adattori da
Rayman Rabbids.
Rayman
Firenze.
Legends was originally supposed to be a Wii U exclusive,
Thank God it wasn't. Anyway,
and then like a couple months later, it got released. Yes, with PlayStation and Xbox, and then
I'm pretty sure at that rate it's only because freaking Wii
got like
U.
an update for the Switch
Mm,
with like a special exclusive items
yeah.
based around Mario and stuff.
I feel bad. I honestly feel bad for the Wii U. I kind of do because it's just like it's not the console's fault. I mean, I'm saying this like it's the freaking console's like a living being here. I mean, like it's not the console's fault in that it was so bad. It's not a bad console. The games are not bad per se. There's a few that are a little questionable, but it's not bad. It's just no one got it because everyone thought it was the same console. Everyone thought, oh, it's just another version of the Wii because terrible marketing. Because you had the Wii U and everyone's just like, it's just an add-on to the Wii. That's all it is. And it's like, no, it's a whole new
I
console.
remember
But everyone's
in
like,
like
nope, it's just this tablet, right? You just connect it to your Wii. No, the tablet's the console. Also the console.
I remember in like 5th or 6th grade, whenever the Wii U was coming out, having debates at school about whether or not it was an add-on or a new console.
Yeah, and it's like so many people thought it was an add-on, so many people didn't grab it. They didn't want it because they didn't know, and it sold very badly. And then the only thing that really got it up there was Mario Maker and maybe the HD remakes of the Zeldas. Like they kind of got it up there a little bit. Uh, Mario Maker definitely got it really high up there, and so did Breath of the Wild, which is funny. I
Well,
still
Breath
don't
of the
think.
Wild was end of the console
I still have to
lifespan.
say, I know. I still have to say, I don't think they should have released Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. I get it, but I don't think they should have. Granted, if that was the case, we wouldn't have the PC version with Simu because that is the best version to play Breath of the Wild. Sucks for you, Nintendo, because piracy is the way to go. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. It's just that it honestly is better to play it on PC because 60 frames, 62 like a huge amount of frames depending on your computer.
Yeah.
Beautiful graphics, like better, debatable. It's debatable. It's subjective. Me, I say it's better, but if you like the original way better,
Before we
that's you.
start moving on to like Breath of the Wild too, because that's
Well,
like
that's
one of
the
the
end.
only
That's the end.
big things that they revealed during the direct, aside from the new Metroid game.
I
But
mean, that's still
I've
the
been
end. But
playing
okay.
Breath of the Wild recently. I bought it like over a year ago. Played it for like an hour or two. Didn't touch it for an entire year. And then I actually started
Huh.
playing it and didn't realize how fun it was.
Huh. You are shockingly close to. Just, you think we should let him in the club, Swede? Because I mean, he kind of already is acting just like us in this case. Plays something for an hour and
Alright.
quits.
Let's see. We've got Arizona
Um,
Sunshine. I played it for less than an hour. Boneworks played it for less than 2 hours. Onward played it for 45 minutes. Phasmophobia
Finish your fucking games.
played it for 2 hours with you guys.
yeah, I mean,
Played Castle Crashers for like
okay.
30
At
minutes.
least with Faz, I understand because it's like it's better with people. It's better with people.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more so not good to play with randoms. The only randoms I would say is good is if you go in the Discord and go to the looking for group because those are usually okay. Go into the
I played
multiplayer actual lobbies, no.
I played DMC4 for 25 minutes.
I actually have all the DMC games now.
Hitman for an hour and a half. Let's see what else.
Same. I played the tutorial
I
mission
think
for
I
Hitman.
DMC 3. I
Never
played
played
that.
Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Mania. Played Battlefront one time
You
for
better
a
play
little
Sonic
over an
Adventure 2. That
hour.
shit's amazing.
I'm gonna.
Same with Sonic
I will.
Mania,
I
but I mean
promise I
Sonic
will.
Adventure 2. At least get Sonic Adventure 1 though. I mean, you know. I mean
I'm
the
hearing
stories do not
classic. I
connect.
will.
No,
The stories
I
don't
have.
really
I've
connect.
been playing SA1.
Okay, good.
Uh-huh.
Modded or no?
No, just regular.
Mod it. There's some really damn good mods that just like really boost up the quality. Like you don't even need to get the ones that like change mechanic wise, but there's ones that like turn the models to be more Dreamcast like. It makes the world all Dreamcast like because the ports for the PC, because it's the Sonic Adventure DX. Like the issue with that one is that with Sonic Adventure DX and also 2, they had their own issues. The Dreamcast was the way to go. The GameCube ones broke a lot of things because for some stupid reason, the GameCube ones used the beta sound effects, the beta stuff. It did not use the finished product. So it's better to mod those in, and also it was extremely more colorful on the Dreamcast, and everything looked like way better. While everything's like drained out and like they turn the saturation like really lower on the DX version. It's like no, modded is way better to go. So you get the new mechanic, get it 60 FPS, and just play correctly. Because yeah. Also, on a lot of stuff, it's 4:3 when you can get a full 16:9 if it's modded, full screen. So, what I gotta say, mod the damn thing. Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I wonder
makes
if I can
sense.
transfer data over. I bought Undertale, but I wanted to stream it, and now it's impossible to stream because I get 15 download.
Ouch. Well, download doesn't matter. It's upload.
My upload is less than 1
Then no.
on a good day.
Then no. Yeah, you can have like 1 download and 5 upload, and you are perfectly okay.
Let's just
Yeah,
stream
no.
perfectly fine, dude. We buy 500 upload.
I mean, I wish I could, but I'm stuck with 25 because freaking my ISP does not allow above 25 upload on any of their plans. You are stuck 25. Even if you get the gigabit, where you have, a gigabit download, it's still 25 megabits up, and it's like, why? Makes no sense.
It's so weird. America
It's not
needs to
America.
fix
It's not even America because there are hundreds of ISPs that do exactly that, where it's like they will match download and upload together. It's only this one that I know of that sticks its guns to its upload to 25. It will not get higher. It's this ISP, and I can't get another one because there are no other ones around that do anywhere near this high.
That's why they can do it. If they had been in an area where there is a lot of different type, they probably don't cut it in the same way.
I guess. But I don't know. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something before I got back into the topics. I don't remember.
But yeah, this one I'm using right now, they cut it at 10 at the moment.
Yeah, I mean that
I have
really sucks.
free upload,
I mean 10 can't.
300 download. I mean,
I guess that's fine, but I don't know. Anyway, Switch wise, I mean I'm just gonna go ahead and start blasting through these because I'm gonna mention all the ones that I don't care about first, and then I'll go into the ones I care about. So okay, WarioWare. I hate to say it, I don't like WarioWare games. I don't care.
I played a GBA game. Being able to play multiplayer WarioWare is going to be pretty cool.
I played DS WarioWare and it was alright. It's just, I don't really care. It's okay. It's just, it's not my type of game. Like, a lot of people love those like crazy shenanigan minigame type things, and I'm like, I mean, it's okay. It's just, it's not my thing. You guys enjoy it. I'm good. I'm good. Uh, Astria Ascending. I don't know what that is actually. Is that the what was? Is that one game? Hold on. Let me think about it. Yes, I think Astria Ascending, or is it? Yeah, Astria Ascending. I think is the 2D, 3D. It looks like it's a 2D, 3D engine from Octopath. It's not, from what I know. It looks exactly like it, and for some people, it looks like a better Octopath. To some people, they're saying that. I'm getting that stuff from like 2 YouTubers I watched react to it, but I'm just saying like it looks like that. It's still a turn-based shooter or turn-based RPG, and how the fuck does a turn-based shooter work? Oh yeah, I forgot. They're actually making one of those. Shit. I don't understand that, but they are making one. Anyway, turn-based RPG, and the animations look great. Like it actually looks really, it looks kind of nice. So I might be into it. Comes out September this year, but I might try it out if a demo comes out. So okay. Also, I was never much of a Super Monkey Ball person, but Banana Mania, which I think is the first 3 games of Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So that's coming out in
Remastered
October.
The first 2, and then the third one ported.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, cool. It's
wanna get
basically
it.
just
I've got some good memories playing Super Monkey Ball on the original Xbox.
yeah, for people unaware, I mean, I will say the basic one, you can go deep into it. It's literally just monkey in a ball, and you go down a little course. Like, anyone ever played the Marbles game or the like Marbles 3D game, or like there's a few other games that are kind of like it, but it's like that. They go down a little tiny course with like little trails. I don't know how to explain it better, but kind of like that. And also, this one apparently has Mario skins, so you can actually play as Mario characters in it. Okay. Neat. Don't care. I'll go say Mario Party Superstars because it's like I have Super Mario Party and it's kind of annoying that it's like this game just came out a year ago, I think. Or 2 years ago.
I thought it was a little more than that.
Maybe
Yeah.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, but I just recently got it like before I went on vacation because I thought, hey, I'll be around family, maybe we could play some party games. I played it with one time with one person instead of like my family. I'm like, okay, but like I only did it one time. I mean, it's the first Mario Party I've ever played with somebody else because I've only played like I think the one on 64 with computers, but
I played the one that I really
I think it's
played
3.
was 7 on the GameCube. I never played it in 64.
Yeah, I played the N64 one. I mean, it was alright.
7 on the GameCube. I tried 9 with my family. I didn't like the mini games.
Well, 9 is actually terrible. Isn't 9 the one where you were all forced to be on the same like
and then
place?
There's the mini stars. Yep.
Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, 9 I hear was horrible. Or was that 10?
Yeah.
Was it 9 or 10 that was horrible?
I don't know. Maybe both.
One of them, like you're stuck, like you're on this like train or something, like a little trolley or train, and every player is stuck to it. You cannot spread off into your own spaces. It's literally everyone's stuck to that one.
I'm pretty sure 9, 10, and 11 are like that.
Yeah, but then we have Super Mario Party, and it's like, I kind of liked it, and they recently added online play, so that's neat. But
Super Mario Party, it's not bad. It's decent. It's got some decent mini games. But I
The
think
the
the
problem
main New
is
Super
it
Mario Party
only
7 is
had
better.
the only problem is it only had 5 maps and they never made an update to add more. They never did
Yeah.
that. But now they made another game, Mario Party Superstars, and guess what? It has 5 maps. It has 5 maps. And it's like, you could have just added this to the last game. It looks almost the exact same.
Honestly, they
It looks
should have
almost the
just
exact
like
same. It looks like a standalone expansion.
what they should have done is just done like a $30 DLC pack
Yeah.
with the new maps and some more
I would
mini
have been cool
games.
with that. I mean, I would have kind of hated it, but I mean, it's Nintendo. They're going to do that. But okay.
Because it's a bunch of like retro maps.
Yeah, I know. It's literally okay. The 3DS game, Mario Party, the 100 Party Pack, or Party 100 Party Pack or something. It's like it only had the mini games. Literally, it's that with a board game added, and also
This is
online play.
literally just Mario Party.
It's Mario Party, but they added the 100 games. So it's like, oh hey, you have a ton of games to play, but with 5 maps. Like that does not seem well on the randomizer chart. Like, and I'm not saying like, randomizing the game. I mean like the RNG of picking up the same minigame twice within the same like 2 to 3 games, like full matches. Like, full match here, then the next full match on another map. Like, I doubt you're gonna get the same game twice. Unless RNG's nice that day. If you really want to play that one again. Which I guess is a good thing, but it's like, what if you really like this one and you want to play that one again? Do you really get to select the games you get to play, or is it just truly random? Who knows? I guess just play minigame mode at that point. I don't know what Cruisin' Blast is. Shin Megami. I said Megami in the thing. I'm like, that's not how you pronounce that. Megami is with a U. Megami is with an A because Gami is a like chaotic god, like a darker god. So Megami, Tensei 5. That looks fun. That looks kind of nice. I never played a Shin Megami game, but looks nice. They're rebooting Advance Wars 1 and 2. I never played them, so I technically don't care, but they made a remaster of them. Okay. Those were on the Game Boy Advance, I think. Because Advance Wars, obviously, by name.
They were either Game Boy or DS. The YouTuber I was watching said that he was replaying. Pretty sure they were DS.
They could have been both.
Original DS.
But
Maybe.
I don't know. I think it's DS because art-wise.
Pick it up, play with some friends.
Trying to get through the other games that aren't big names right now. Fatal Frame finally came to it, so it was a remaster, the Maiden of Blackwater. So it's just a horror game where it's basically you take you have this like camera that taking a picture, like scanning them in a way. I don't know actually know the full story, but it's basically you go to this place and there's like haunted spirits that can attack you, but you use the camera and it like has a way to attack them by doing it. So for Swede's sake, think was it Phantoms in Phasmophobia? That. Just that. Take a picture.
Huh?
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 Did you hear what I said?
I have like stopped listening. I'm
Like fucking okay, now you've become the shorty of this conversation.
yeah. I mean, you had a good run, and I'm half asleep. So good night.
I was saying the game Fatal Frame is like the Phantom in Phasmophobia. Like the gameplay mechanic in a sense is just that instead of it's basically you take a picture in a way, or it's like scanning through the camera. It makes the ghosts not attack you, or like you attack them.
They
So
still can attack you in Phasmo. It's just
well, I mean, it
disappear.
makes them disappear, but that's what I'm saying.
Which is even more bad because if you take a photo of it and disappear, it's gonna be invisible when it starts hunting you. Oh, it's just kind of hard
It's still
to
fun. I mean,
avoid it.
granted, it's still funny because it's like I'm still laughing
Yeah.
about that one game we had where it's just like, God, what ghost is this? We're not getting this second. We're not getting this second evidence. What the hell is this thing? I'm pretty sure this was the game right before Shorty joined, I think. And we're just like, what the hell is this? And we both take a picture. Phantom, we're done. We leave. We didn't even get the second evidence. Like, fuck it. the worst thing they could have done. Which, granted, that can work with the new yokai ghost. You just talk to it, and if it gets like really pissed very fast by just talking to it crazily, you know you have a yokai.
You're talking with the ghost, not me. I'm busy that day.
Ooh, we're gonna have so much fun with that one. I hope we get it. I mean, granted, in this beta,
Is
which
it the
granted it'll
hunter
be
that
in,
is slow in warmer
yeah,
climates?
yeah, which is kind of a issue because with the Huntu, it's the mirror of Jin. I already told you, but and to say it again, the Hantu is a mirror of Jin because Jins are weak when the power is off. So you want the power on for them, but a Hantu, you want the power, you want the power on. You don't want you want the power off for Jins, power on for Hantu. So if you don't know what it is, you're gonna be a little tripped up because you're like, you have to do one of them. Okay. Back to this stuff though. Danganronpa Decadence, which is the 4 games? First 4 games?
I thought they were on 3.
It might be 3. I'm thinking of. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 of Danganronpa, which is good, or Runpa, which is good for me because I actually really want to play those games. So, I'm interested. I'm interested in that. Let's see what other games I got before we get into that one. Get to that one in a minute. Okay, I guess I'll mention some ports that are coming. Worms Rumble, that's coming to Switch. That's pretty neat. The arena shooter Worms. So, that's cool. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is getting a Switch port, which, good game. I think I'm just now in the freaking Namek Saga, that on Xbox, so kind of not that far into it. So, yeah, point being, that's coming to Switch. Cool. It seems like a good game for it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is coming to Switch, which I'll probably buy it on there, actually. Because it seems like a good game to have on Switch. Of a Tony Hawk game.
Yeah, it's a good. I feel like it's a good game to have on the run.
Yeah, so that I'd be okay with. And, I don't know, I mean, it's fun. Kind of random they just decided now to do it, but I think that was announced a while ago they were going to. That's coming out. Actually, that is very soon. That's June 25th when that gets on there.
That's next week.
Yeah, so next week it'll be there. Woohoo! I've not been mentioning any of these dates. If there's anything that I mentioned that's recent, okay, no, not really. None of these are really recent, other than that one. There's still plenty of 2021s, but that's the most recent thing. Actually, no, the most recent thing is Worms Rumble. That's June 23rd. Yeah. Okay, now onto the bigger stuff. Metroid Dread, which is funny because the first thing that they do at this point, Nintendo being Nintendo, like, we know you're excited for Metroid Prime 4, but we're sorry to say we don't have anything to show on that game yet. It's like, fuck. I never played Metroid Prime 3. I have the first 2. I've never played the second one, but I have it, and I'm in the middle of playing the first one, which we know what that means. It means I barely ever play it, but I'm in the middle of it. I'm on the second mission on that one. So Prime 4, would love to have it, but god damn it, Nintendo. Never have any fucking footage for us. And then they're like, but we do have something Metroid to show. And they show it, and it looks like another first person thing, or at least third. It's like, oh, wow, this actually looks pretty nice. That's just the cutscene. It's another 2D, which, I mean, that's great. 2D Metroids are awesome, especially the newest Samus Returns, but that's a remake of the second game. But still,
There hasn't been a true original 2D Metroid game in over 15 years.
so it's
It's nice to
the
see a bit of a return to
DS?
Was it DS?
Was it
DS was 15 years ago.
Was it DS? Because, I mean, the last one I can say off the top of my head is Fusion, but that's Game Boy Advance. DS was Zero Hunt, and another one. Zero Hunt, which is funny because it actually had a demo cartridge, which if you got that, then you're just fucked because it's like, I found this thing like, oh god, it's Metroid for like $1. Like, holy crap. I didn't read the fine print. It was just the demo only on a cartridge. Like, why would you sell this? Just a cartridge. Like, it's a demo on a cartridge. Like, why would you sell this? I don't think you were supposed to. I think it was like promotional material. So I got it. It's not worth much at all. It's barely worth, again,
Yeah,
$1.
15 years.
So-
The last 2D Metroid game was Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS.
That one, Prime Hunters. That's the one I was thinking of. Which actually, no, that's the demo. Or it was Zero Mission. I don't remember which one. One of them was the freaking demo that I got. I think it was Hunters. But that would be the last one. And yeah. And the last original. So now Metroid Dread, new one. It does look good. I actually might get the thing, but I suck at Metroid games very badly, so I don't know how good that's gonna work for me.
Then again,
Well, yeah, but Metroid games are like known for being hard. They're known for that thing. They're like, you could say it was the Dark Souls of that period. That and Castlevania games. Both of them. That's why they coined the term Metroidvania. No. But that's why they coined the term Metroidvania. Because it was a single thing of like, damn it, so hard. Okay. Have I said everything else other than those other two? Yes, okay. The last two. This was fun because no. Wait. It wasn't in this one. There's something else beforehand that I've already mentioned that it said, this is our last thing we will announce today. It's like, which I think probably was Metroid. Or no, something else. It's like, this is the last thing we'll announce today. It's like, oh. Damn it. That's not good. It's like, because it was. But yeah, it's just like, oh, this is the last thing we'll announce today. And then they show something random and it's like, what? No Zelda? What? Because if you didn't look at the time, you'd probably know, but it was a live stream at the time, so, everyone would be like, what the hell do you mean it's the last one today? This isn't anything about it. This is something stupid. We want our Zelda.
Well, I mean,
and
they did announce that.
Yeah, but again, it's E3, so it doesn't have to technically mean right there. They could have announced it during the treehouse rather than direct, and it still would have counted as they're
No,
announcing
it
it
was
there.
gonna be 40 minutes.
What?
Like, they said they made a Twitter post or something about the direct being 40 minutes.
I mean, alright, but no one's gonna follow that when you tell somebody that. I doubt someone's looking at the time code like, it hasn't been 40 minutes yet. Some people might, but most people are gonna be like, no, you didn't. You did not just, go with that. There's people who get all kind of screwed up. I mean, I, for one, was like, that's not right. That's, no. And then they announced, which I was happy about, very happy about, because I still need to get it. The Game & Watch Mario, I need to get it. It's only $50, and it's at my local
I'm gonna
Walmart
pick up
still.
both of them.
I'm going to pick that up because I can absolutely get it. Now they have the Legend of Zelda one, which comes with the first Zelda, Zelda 2. I do not care. I hate Zelda 2. And Link's Awakening for the Game Boy. Not Game Boy Color version, the Game Boy. Still a good game. Still a very good game. And also playable clock and the Game & Watch thing, but whatever. Point is, that is worth getting. Right now, I'm pretty sure it's gonna, sell out pretty quickly because Zelda's more popular than Mario. Saying it now. Don't care if there's more Mario games. Zelda's definitely more popular. But, no, it's gonna sell out big time. Like those friggin' Joy-Cons. For God's sake, I want them. I want those Skyward Sword Joy-Cons. I really do. Like, they look really cool. Speaking of Skyward Sword, they did announce. Oh, no, wasn't that it? Was it Skyward Sword the last one they announced? To say, like, oh, hey, talk more about it? They said, this is the last thing we announced today, and it was Skyward Sword. To talk more about it?
No, I think the last thing they showed was Breath of the Wild 2 stuff.
No, that was the last one, but I'm saying before that, when they said this is the last thing we'll announce, they didn't talk about Zelda at all. They didn't talk about the Game & Watch or the Breath of the Wild 2 when they said that. Like, when they said that, they didn't even mention those two yet. And they said this is the last thing we'll announce. And they said some before both of those two even were mentioned. So it's like, oh. Okay. Anyway, Skyward Sword, HD. I'm still going to buy it. Worth it. Another thing about the Game & Watch thing, they mentioned that even though it's the 30th anniversary now? Yeah. 30th anniversary of Zelda, they won't be doing anything campaign-wise or anything like that. They did with the Mario one, they will not with this. It's just Game & Watch that's it. Have fun. And then yeah, Breath of the Wild 2, which, oh boy. Hello. Okay. So there's a lot that happened in that trailer if you paid attention. We'll go and say this.
Yeah.
Spoilers for people, otherwise. Sweet, I mean if
I
you care,
haven't
you're
finished
gonna
the
get
game.
you're gonna
I
mean,
don't
it's not
care.
it's not game
I've been
spoilers. Like
playing the
first
game
like
for
it's not gonna spoil the first game. It's gonna spoil what happens in the second game. But Link loses an arm. He does lose his
Yeah, I
arm.
knew that.
Like I mean, yeah, it shows right there in the beginning. But I'm just saying, like, to explain for people who, because it was going by a little bit quickly. So he loses an arm, and his Sheikah Slate basically becomes his robot arm. So he gets a Sheikah Slate arm. I guess Sheikah arm in this case. Which controls all of the stuff now. Which for some reason I'm blanking on the fucking names. I'm tired. Well, the names of the powers. Not the powers themselves, like the overall name. Fuck. I don't remember what it's called. The power name, not the individuals. Anyway, there were new ones
Are
now.
they as called abilities?
No, they have a certain name. But anyway, there's new abilities now.
Actually, I have my Switch right here. I can check.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could really just search it on my laptop in front of me, but I'm not doing it. Anyway, okay, new abilities. They have new ones now. And first of all, there's a flamethrower in your arm. You get a flamethrower, like, okay. It's basically like Dragon's Breath or something, but huh. Okay. There's another one. I forgot what it was. There were 3 new
That's the one where
ones.
you can like juke up through the
That's
floor.
the third one. I don't know what the second one
I
was.
didn't see the second one.
There was the fire breath, and then there was the one where you use water. It looks like it uses water to like form like a water bubble that floats you upward, and it will allow you. It will basically suck you through the floor, and you'll get to the top of that platform. And I'm like, holy shit, that looks amazing. And speaking of going up, yeah, everything takes place in this, or not everything. There's now sky places, in a sense. It looks like the exact same world, exact same layout as the first game, except now there are sky bases in Skyland. Said they took everything from Skyward Sword and did that.
Oh, they're just called runes.
Oh, runes. That's what I was thinking of. Also, the what is it? Oh yeah, Link has long hair now. That's neat. Quite crazy. Like, how long has this been? Like, he had decently shaggy hair, and now it's like long hair. Okay. How long has this been between the first and second game?
Link's hair down in the first game.
I mean, it looks longer in this game. Like, it goes from like.
Well,
Next-
yeah. I mean, they have to have some time pass
I guess,
to
yeah.
make something up for Ganon to come back.
Eh, that nah. Come
So
on.
what's a Zelda game without Ganon?
Majora's Mask. That didn't have Ganon, and that is highly
Just cut
acclaimed.
out there. Are you talking about Link's Awakening?
What? Majora's Mask.
Did you completely cut out? Oh, Majora's Mask.
I mean,
Yeah,
technically,
you
yes, Link's
completely
Awakening too,
cut
but
out. And I just heard that didn't have Ganon.
yeah, but okay, Majora's Mask, and I guess Link's Awakening too, but I guess I don't know. I haven't beat Link's Awakening. I'm working on it. I have it on Switch.
Link's Awakening DX on my 3DS. I bought it used and it had it on the SD card in it.
I have a DX. I have the DX Game Boy Color game, like the actual Game Boy Color game, like the cartridge. So I have that, and I love it. And I also have it on the Switch because it's remade. It looked great.
I don't have an AGS 101, so the GBA I have right now is frontlit, not backlit.
I mean, it's still decent. I mean, it's still
It's all right.
good. I
It's
mean,
just like,
okay. I mean, at the same time, we're talking frontlit, which, by the way, at the very least, it has frontlit, unlike a certain other Game Boy
yeah,
Advance and a certain Game Boy. Let's just say previous notes. Well, I say that, but the Game Boy. Wait, no, the Light came out after the Advance. That's right.
like, yeah.
The Game Boy Color Light or Game Boy Light, or no, no, it
Wait,
didn't. No, Game Boy Light. Oh,
Game
that's
Boy
fucking
Light was the
stupid. Game Boy Light
original
came
Game
out.
Boy.
No,
That was the
yeah,
band.
but Game Boy Light came out after the Color. Makes no damn
Did it?
sense. I think it did because they came out with the Game Boy. Then it was like the big Game Boy. Then it was like a smaller Game Boy, then Game Boy Color, then Game Boy Light because it was still the same type of deals, I guess. Because like, oh hey, here's the original games, but it has a front light now, so it's decent. And then they come out with the Game Boy Advance, like no light at all. Like, why didn't you add a light? Like, are you really trying to sell those stupid lamps that you attach through the port of the Game Boy Advance and like point at the screen? Like, really want to use that?
I don't even think Nintendo made money off of those.
It depends if you got the officially licensed ones or Nyko.
They had licensed one.
Yeah, licensed ones. There are licensed ones on Nikos. Which, good God, Nyko, that is a trip. Just saying that name. Oh man, God. Childhood. I wish I never gave away my Game Boy Advance. I gave it to my cousin, and I mean, granted, it was a good thing to do in a sense, because I mean, I had a DS, but this Game Boy Advance SP, man. I mean, come on.
Oh,
It was
which
so
one?
great.
Frontlit or backlit?
Frontlit. It's okay. It's just I had my DS, and I'm like, I don't need it anymore because I can play Game Boy Advance games on here now. Come to find out, you can't play Game Boy Color games on it, so like, that's some
Game
shit.
Boy Advance, the backlit Game Boy Advance are getting so expensive now. It's like $80 for a screen.
Hey, I mean that makes sense. Hey, you should see about the IPS modded. Those are 200 to get the IPS modded Game Boy Advance. They're crazy. Like I looked it up. It's like IPS screens on those little guys, and it's like super bright, very bright. To think like those type of panels are on gaming monitors like mine. Mine is an IPS, so it's like that on a Game Boy Advance. Like yikes. I mean it's $200, so definitely expensive, but it's neat. It's neat. What was I gonna say? That kind of wraps up everything E3. I mean that I've watched. I was gonna watch the Capcom and Gearbox. I just never did because after that third day, or was it third day? I think it was only 2 days I did it. No. Yes. No. No. How many days did I do this? I think only two. Because I did the one with Sweet Xbox, Bethesda, and Square Enix. Then I did Nintendo, Ubisoft. Okay, I guess only 2 days. So after 2 days of watching through that, I got tired and I was like, nah, I don't wanna. I don't wanna play this anymore. I don't wanna do this anymore. I just wanna edit these videos, which I'm still in the middle of editing the Xbox one. But still, no. But no, I just that's all I did. I was gonna do Capcom and Gearbox, especially because I'm like, hey, I like Capcom games. Which they're probably just gonna talk about Monster Hunter Rising 2, which that was also featured, but it's whatever. Uh, yeah. E3 was kind of crazy this year, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. Still find it funny. Sony's like, nah, we're done with that. We want our state of plays now. Like we have these. It's like, yeah, you're just copying Nintendo Directs, and at the same time, Nintendo's still showing up. So, what the fuck's your problem? I think it's because they don't want to spend the money. It's funny. They want to charge developers for crossplay and a bunch of other stuff for features that should be free. They're going to charge developers, but they do not want to get charged to set up an E3 event. Like, oh, poor babies.
Sounds like Tony.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought on the other thing we were talking about, but you know, that's kind of it for me. Swede, you still awake?
Barely.
Yeah, it's been something. How long have we been doing this for? It as
4 hours.
2 hours
Oh.
57 minutes. So 3 hours.
Like 4.
Yeah.
So this is actually around the time we normal or is supposed to be our originally time ending. I really have stressed the fact that we need to stop doing the 3 hour unless like the content takes us that far, cool. But if we have a time when it doesn't, then we should cut off when we're good. Because we don't need to extend it
Yeah.
to 3 each time. But I mean it took us to 3 hours this time, so we're good.
Because it was like a very.
It's a lot. I mean, there's a lot at E3. I mean, I didn't even talk about every game. I just talked about the stuff that mattered in my case. There's still 2 other stuff on this list. 3. There's Devolver Digital, which I never watched. I want to actually. Coach Media? Coke Media? I don't even know what that is. Summer Game Fest kickoff, which had a lot of stuff. Actually, one thing I want to mention. What is it? It's like the summer game thing. For some reason, Doki Doki Literature Club got a expansion.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
plus.
No, it's like a
It's a 6
yeah,
side
Wow.
stories.
It's like a remaster of it.
It's a
It's like
remaster with like
what?
yeah, they got remastered CGs and everything, so it looks better, and some of the UI boxes and everything, but also 6 side stories
Do I
now.
have to buy it.
6 side stories. You can pre-order right now, actually. But
I'm pre-ordering it right now on this.
I'm gonna be honest. I already have. I already did. Okay, here's the thing. They have the Steam code, which you can just go and pre-order. They also have the console releases because it's released on Switch and PS4. You can buy it on console physically. They have physical releases you can buy or pre-order,
I might have to.
which
buy
comes with
twice.
things. And I'm like, I would have, but I don't need to explain to my parents why do I have something that involves like a bunch of girls and everything. Like, I don't need to go down that road.
Ooh.
I don't need to
Maybe
let my
you
family know
got
how cultured I am. I actually already have Clannad. I have the actual physical limited edition of that, like the ultimate collector's edition of that, sitting underneath my desk so they don't see it. One of them's probably listening to me at the moment. They're probably asleep right now, but one of them could be listening in like, what? Sorry.
Yes.
It's a good game. It's a lovely game, Clint. It's amazing. But yeah, Doki Doki. I mean, the original game was great. No, I actually, if I wasn't already spoiled, because I watched Jacksepticeye's video of it first, or series of it first.
No, I watched Sedimentos Ken play it back before it like really blew up.
Like I watched him. I think I tried watching Mark, and I was like, eh. Game Grumps, I freaking loved their playthrough of it. That was amazing. And now they have the Plus Edition, which has 6 side stories, which basically is just of how the girls met each other. And like their time before you showed up. I think that's what it is. So that is basically the 6 side stories. You get all that, which is apparently, what do they say, 10 hours? 2
Switch
hours?
Edition includes physical copy of the game, Switch exclusive poem notebook cover sheet,
Yep.
Full soundtrack download.
See, that's the part I
Vinyl
was actually, the real thing I wanted.
stickers, a membership card.
I just wanted the
exclusive
soundtrack.
poems written by
That,
Monica.
I mean, that's kind of nice.
And then some little cardboard characters.
Yeah, I mean, I mainly just wanted the soundtrack. If I could purchase that separately at launch, I might. Just because I kind of like I forget who does the soundtrack in the game, but I do like it.
This. I don't know if I'm gonna get it for PS5 or Switch. Like I don't have a PS5 yet, but I already have Miles Morales and the Spider-Man remastered, so I'm getting his PS5 when I can.
Well, I mean, considering how long it'll probably take until those actually sell on the regular, or to where you can actually catch one. I know Xbox is doing it. Oh no, it's already started. I did that earlier today.
Oh,
I
but
thought that was
it's a family Switch, so maybe that's not the best thing to have on there.
No. I mean, granted, what you could do is just have the
It's a
cartridge, and then
physical,
every
it's a
time you
physical
use the cartridge, I mean, here's the thing, every time you use the cartridge, you need to delete the game off the Switch. So they don't notice. Because they'll still see the title if you have it ejected. Because they'll still see it on the
I
Switch like,
mean,
the fuck?
my parents, I doubt they would care if it's just a picture of an anime girl. They know I watch anime. I have the entire Full Metal Alchemist manga in my closet. I bought a
Lucky
fucking
bastard.
Spider-Man costume.
Lucky bastard.
I
I only have 4,
I bought
5,
the
and
3 in
6.
ones.
Yeah, same.
Like my
I
older
have the
brother
4, 5, and
bought
6, 3, and 1 on that because I already read 1, 2,
they're
and 3
only
at the
like
time.
15 a piece, so it's not a
Well,
ton.
at the time, okay? At the time, it was
Yeah, I got
expensive.
you.
But I mean, again, I already read 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, I want to read new ones. Like, I don't want to have to read the old ones or the ones I've already read. So I bought the next version, the second 3 and 1, and then I got finished with that by like the end of the day, I think. And I'm like, oh, time to go back on the line. And my parents were like,
My
you
older
already read all
brother-
that? And I'm like, yeah.
My older brother bought about half of them, and then after he moved out, I just stole them from him and bought the other half.
The manga's so fucking good. I mean, granted, it's Full Metal Alchemist, of course, it's gonna be great, but yeah, the manga, so great.
Like
Stuff in there that actually did not show in the
I think it's
anime,
the
right?
15, 16, 7, no, 17, 18, 19, 3 and 1 that I need to buy a new copy of.
Ah,
Like destroyed.
it's always so sad. But yeah, with again with Doki Doki, I mean, that was kind of out of nowhere, honestly. And I think he announced it way before that there was going to be some type of update to the game in some fashion, which I guess people just thought,
Well,
hey,
we knew they were working on
optimized.
something the entire time. I thought they were making a new game.
Well, everyone
They
thought they were
alluded
going to
to
make a new
something like
game
that.
because, I mean, obviously all the Easter eggs, but which they probably still are. It's just like, probably on the back burner. It's probably way easier to update
They're probably
Doki
making
Doki
that
than
as
to
like
make
their
the new
main
game.
the new game is probably like their main focus right now, but to keep people interested when they do eventually release it or make a statement about it, re-releasing Doki Doki with
One of the new,
stuff.
I mean, I don't think it matters. Honestly, I don't think it matters. They can still use the original game for modding, but one of the new games supports modding. Because, I mean, it doesn't really matter because the old one's free. So it's just like, hey, use it to make your mods. And the new one just has like newer content and is more HD. And you don't really need
The
to do
sticker
much in
sheet
there.
is the icons from poems,
Yeah,
and then they made ones for
that's all
Monica.
that. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, like I said, I would like to get it, but it's okay. I'll just stick
know
with a
what?
key.
I
I'll
might
just stick with a
get the
CD key.
Switch version because I want to get a personal Switch.
That's what I was gonna get because I
before
mean
I
I don't use a
leave.
PS4, so I'm like I'll just get a Switch version, but I don't need that to be somewhere and somebody say. I mean I don't really care. It's just like I don't feel like explaining it. That's my problem. I just don't want to explain it. Like I don't care if they say it. I just don't want to explain it. Like explain like why do you have a game that has a bunch of girls on the cover? Like, dude, just weeb. There's your answer.
We walk into my room, see a Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales.
Yeah, but that's not really that's just comics though. I mean,
A ton of Legos underneath.
okay, that's just comics
a big
and normal
PS
stuff.
or like PC stuff. I have an Attack
I
on
don't think
Titan
my parents would
poster.
fucking bother to ask what the fuck I'm doing.
Makes sense.
But yeah,
I mean, granted,
had,
everything you
as
just
long as
said
it's
sounds
not
like
just
normal stuff. Like normie stuff that anyone would even not even care about.
yeah.
Also, I love how Cup coined the term normie for everyone who's not a furry, but that's not what that means. Normie is someone who doesn't watch anime. That's what it originally means, or it's not what it originally means, but in the most case used, it is someone who does not watch
It's a
anime.
normal person that does like normal
They're
stuff.
just a vanilla bastard.
I have made some odd purchases that my parents are not too fond of, including but not limited to a $150 Spider-Man costume.
You see, there's some stuff that my parents would probably think would be stupid for me to buy. They've done it a couple times. I thought they were going to like be really annoyed. I mean, it's my money, so they don't care. But I figured they'd be annoyed when I bought this laptop because it's super expensive. It's a gaming laptop that has a Ryzen 5 4800H and a GTX 1660 Ti. Point is, I thought they'd be really pissed about that. No, they're like, oh, that's cool. You could probably use a laptop in the future and everything. Be really nice to you. So I'm like, ew. Okay. Noted. I
Yeah, but
spent
also I
a
think they
lot
know
of
that
money.
you don't buy that much expensive stuff.
No, they expect me. Are you kidding me? I buy a lot of expensive stuff. They look at
Yeah,
my okay. They
lately.
lately, sure, no, but I mean, okay, like I have this laptop, very expensive. I have my $2,500 computer, $400 monitor. Before that, it was a expensive thing. The Switch. No. $500 Xbox, or the 400 Xbox 500. The Xbox. Then $300 piano, the MIDI key piano. What else have I done before that? The
I really wish
Switch
Nintendo
was
would do, like,
300.
a Switch Pro.
That'd be
They
really.
got
Oh well,
if
they said
they
it
announced the
this.
Switch Pro, I
They
would have
said
gotten
that
it.
they do not see a point, like they know better to announce it at E3. That if they're gonna announce it, it's gonna be at their own time, not at E3. They won't do it at E3. They've publicly came out and said that. Also,
Well, I hope they do actually announce one, because I'd rather get a Switch Pro than just buy a regular Switch.
yeah. Also, this $100 mic that I'm holding, and which actually turned out to be 140 because tax and warranty, and
I think
also
I'd buy
a
a better mic.
$700
Get a better mic
guitar,
stand.
which is
Costs
actually worth
a
not
bit
much.
more than the Fender I have sitting across that
Yeah, mine's a
my brother has
Schecter
sitting
Demon
across.
7. It's
I
it's
don't
7
know how
string.
to play the guitar.
I know few songs. Like I don't know complete songs. That's my issue. I don't know songs to their complete bit. I know bits of songs. So it's like you're just like, oh, do you know how to play this song? You just play it like, okay, no, you know the song. Like, if you told me to play the entire song, then nope. I suck. But no,
Yeah, I sent pictures of the Spider-Man suit.
yeah, I see that. That does look pretty cool.
It was $150 for the suit, which honestly, for how high quality it is, isn't bad at all.
uh,
And I got
also,
like some extra upgrades to it.
also, now that I think about it, I can't remember. Was it 700 because the case was involved, or like was it already 600, or was it 700 and I got the case, so it was 800? Because the case was $100. I got a really decent case because I wanted to go premium. Okay, I mean, granted, if I wanted premium guitar, I would have to spend over 1,000. But at the time, I didn't have that much. I'm like, I just want a guitar that plays nice. And I heard Schecters were good. Well, actually, no, I wanted a 7 string because I just wanted a 7 string. I already had a 6, so I'm like, I just want a 7. And I was gonna get a, I forget what it's called. I can't think of it right now, but it's the one that Jopet, uh, Petcher. Fuck, I can't say names for some reason. The freaking lead guitarist in Dream Theater. I can't freaking think of names. I'm so tired. Petrucci. That's his name. Petrucci. The people that make his guitars, like it's the same brand and everything. It's just one of the lower priced ones. I was gonna get that. They didn't have it. They had the 6 string
Damn.
version. They had the 6 string version. I was like, I'd get it, and it looks good
TDLC.
because the freaking color looks nice. But it's got Schecter, which is good. But
DDLC Plus is sold out for all platforms right now.
damn, guess a lot of people want it. Good thing I pre-ordered my Steam copy. Also, I keep forgetting. I mentioned this to Sweet already. I also, when Sonic Colors Ultimate got announced, I already pre-ordered that for Xbox. I don't know why I pre-ordered
The
that.
Switch version is blocked 30 FPS.
That's why. That's another reason why I got it for Xbox's Series X, so I got that version. Like,
Which
okay.
is ridiculously dumb because it was a Wii U game, wasn't it? A Wii U game.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't they use the 60? It doesn't make sense.
Hey, that's the same argument with Breath of the Wild, That's because technically, Switch is lower in some ways than a Wii U. In some ways, it uses an Android chip. I mean, that's all it uses. It uses an NVIDIA Android chip, so it can't get very far in quality.
Yeah, I haven't had too many frame drops in Breath of the Wild.
Me
Aside from
either, but
entering
it just,
villages.
now that I've played it on Switch and then I played on PC with all the stuff, I'm like, I can't go back to Switch. I've tried it and I even streamed it that one day and I'm like, God, it's just so, 30 FPS is fine. I get people who make the argument like, what the hell is the problem? It's like, okay, but when you play 60, you can't go back. And especially once you get a better monitor and if you can support higher frame rates, like 120, 144, 240, and even those people get 360s, which I'm just gonna stick to my 241. But it's like, once you get up to there,
Honestly,
you really can't go back.
debating
So
between,
hard.
like the three things right now, whether to get a PS5, a personal Switch, or a better computer, all of which are a couple $100. I want to get a like the new model Ryzen 5.
I'd
I
say,
think it's like
I mean, I'd rather go for 7 if I were you, but I mean, 5 kind of still works pretty fine.
I mean they're all up there, and it's better
Yeah.
than a 3200.
True. Mine's a 3900X. Mine's up there. Which is funny because I got
Yeah.
my computer ready and then like maybe a few months later or later in that year, they released the new stuff. But in a way, it's fine because shortly afterward is when pandemic hit and all the prices got scalped. So I'm like, yeah, I would not have been able to buy any of the new stuff. So it's okay. I'm glad I upgraded when I did. Even if it's lower,
I'm pretty sure Sweet is sleeping
probably.
as he sends DMs of him sleeping
Is he actually doing that?
emotes.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
We should
Yeah,
go
I-
ahead and quit off anyway. I mean, it is now
Yeah, I have to
4 in
wake
the
up
morning for me.
4
Why the hell are you here
It's
then?
10
morning.
a.m.
When do
I
you
don't
wait?
work until 10:30, but 10:30 my time, so I'm an hour behind.
You're
So it's only 3
3.
for me.
That's
Do you
Yeah, so I
fucking
got
Central
6
Time
hours.
again?
Wait. 7 hours?
I got
Well,
like
do
6
you go to
hours,
work?
6.5.
Yeah, but you go to work at 10:30.
10:30 is when the shift starts, and it's about a 20-minute drive.
Jesus Christ, man! No, you should have wanted to sleep earlier, man.
I
At
was
least
up
you could
till
have.
like
At least you could have
4
said.
last night.
I mean, at least you could have said, hey, let's make this just a little shorter. And like, okay, nah, okay.
So I
Hey,
kind of
don't
just
bully the
completely
tall,
zoned
short
out for
guy.
the entire Xbox portion, or like literally everything that wasn't Nintendo, just because I had no idea what
I mean,
didn't
I
pay
I
attention to
tried.
any of
Okay,
that
it's just
stuff.
there was so much Xbox. Like it takes a while to get through to talk about
Yeah,
all of it.
again, Xbox had was the longest one, I think.
Yeah, and also we
I'd
got
say
onto a lot of
Xbox won
tangents.
E3 this year.
Yeah, Xbox definitely won. Xbox, but they're basically the same at this point. But might as well say them both, considering they decided, oh, we got to name them both. Like, yeah, Bethesda needs its own segment in this exact same conference. Like, okay, I mean, granted, you are
And
popular, I guess, but that's not to say any other company within is still popular. But you do you.
so yeah, we have 2 games now from Bethesda that we're gonna play.
76 and Elder Scrolls with fucking who?
Elder Scrolls we can just check in
Online.
anytime, I think.
Yeah, that could just be whenever. 76, we have a date. As soon as that DLC comes out, we kind of need to go
We're
for it.
gonna,
Like, it doesn't need to be immediate, but at least within like a week or two. Like, we need to
Yeah.
give it a shot.
but yeah, I wanna need to sleep, so
I will probably sleep in like, I always end up falling asleep at 5 in the morning now, which is gonna suck tomorrow because, or not tomorrow, like later today because I got to go to work the next day. It's Saturday, so and I have to wake up at 4 in the
So-
morning. So that's gonna be really hard to fall asleep. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna take it because I've been sick lately, or like basically last week's when I was sick, like during the weekend. But I could probably still take one; it'd be fine. Like one of those night cold and flus, or just take melatonin. Either way, take one. Try to fall asleep better. Take some snooze medicine. Snooze
Final
cruise.
question before I go. This
Eh.
will determine how long we will be friends. Best girl and Doki Doki.
Sayori. No question. Sorry.
Speed.
I don't think he cares.
I
Come
don't
on,
give a
Speed, you
fuck.
do this.
What is it? I don't think
Give
he
a fuck.
cares about the game.
Yeah, I never played it. I have barely like I kind of
Okay,
bought
have
the
you?
not all though.
I mean, you already know everything that happens at the game, right?
Yeah, kind of, but I don't really. That's the
Okay, I
issue.
mean,
Like
that's the thing. I mean,
it
it
kind
really
of
depends.
ruined the first fucking week it came out.
It didn't. No one ruined it for me. The only
No
thing
one.
I just watched it, Jack's playthrough. That was my only ruin. If I knew it was gonna blow up as big as it did, and if it was gonna be that good, I only watched it because it was Jack. So I was like, hey, it'll probably be funny. It's this guy. That's the only reason why I watched it. And I
I
was
think I
just
watched
like,
Jack's playthrough.
it.
I
He
watched
does
like
a decent job at just voicing characters, and it's like, he's one of those people who said no to Sayori. So it's like, okay, that's not nice.
I think I found Bijou Mike through like Yandere Simulator and Doki Doki.
Oof. Ugh, that name just sends chills now.
Yeah.
Such a fucking terrible game. Such a fucking horrible game.
It's hilarious because like there was so much talk around it for like a week when he released the quote unquote demo with the first rival,
Yeah.
and then nobody talked about it again.
Probably,
Because it
I
was
think
like
mostly all
another
they were
big
saying
one.
is just like it took how many years to put in the rival, like.
Been in development for like 6 years, six and a half
It's probably
years.
only
Like
one
since
guy, and that
2014.
one guy is incredibly fucking weird.
He had options to work with Tiny Build, but Tiny Build started coding with a real coding language, but he didn't understand that, so he stopped working with Tiny Build and developed just by himself.
Yeah, because the problem with that
I
is
think
just
they were using
because
like
he
C
couldn't.
Plus or something, and he didn't understand it.
The fuck? C sharp plus? What?
Maybe, I don't
Wait,
know.
you mean
They
C
were
sharp
using.
or C plus plus?
I don't know.
Well, either way, okay. C sharp plus. What the fuck's wrong with you? You're tired. Go to sleep. C sharp isn't all too bad. C plus plus, that I get. That is a little confusing to most people. At the very, I mean, okay, according to most people that have went through the code, his code makes no fucking sense at all. Like, so many people have said so many bad things about just the code and how bad structured it is and how it should not
Even
run,
that,
but it does.
even with all that, the biggest thing is just he has random things that are loaded at all times, which completely kill the frame rate. Like
Made sense
the
why it fucked up all the damn time.
everything is rendered separately. So instead of saving and loading like a railing piece once and then just putting that same loaded piece out on every single thing, it absorbs everything it sees and then puts everything back out.
So basically, no
And then
caching.
there's just like random things that just stay loaded the entire time. Like the
Yeah.
gem roof is always loaded, no
Right.
matter what.
Yeah, well, but yeah, to finish the talk on the Doki Doki, yeah, like I said, I would have streamed it. Honestly, my first reaction, I obviously am not going to stream. Honestly, I'll be honest, I may actually stream the 6 side stories, or at least record them, just because it's something new.
Oh, I forgot to say this.
I was gonna do the
Who you guys
mods,
thought
but
best girl was minus Monica,
well, okay, that's just a cheap answer.
bro.
That's just
Monica.
no. I'm saying it's a cheap answer because
I can
everyone's
understand
is
it.
Monica. It doesn't matter if you say someone's best girl, everyone has to choose Monica. Fucking cheap answer. No, I just say
Yeah,
Ruckus.
the
It's
short
just
is cheap.
Ruckus.
Hey,
Fucking cheap
sweetie,
bastard.
you don't get to talk in this. I've taken over for the rest of the
Yeah,
night.
yeah. The actual weebs are talking. No, but seriously,
Any of you who here has watched High School DxD?
I planned on it, but at the same time, it's like,
Can't watch it.
I mean, we'll see. Hey, I've watched some pretty crazy edgy shit. Don't
Have
question
you watched Redo of a Healer?
it.
But I know what you're talking about.
Let's not talk about that here. TOS. Oh god. I know that feeling with my dogs. I know that feeling. But ooh, that's the worst. Yeah, let's not get into all of our off, especially not get into the off-brand section and the cultured section. Anyway, you know who the hell I watch if anybody understands those two references. Okay,
And listen, I didn't give a fuck. You know,
it's
the
fine.
usual.
Anyway, point is, Dougie Dougie Plus. I already pre-ordered it for Steam, just the code. I'll play the damn thing. I might stream the 6 side missions or just record it for the hell of
It's
it.
only $30 for the physical version.
I mean, yeah, that's one of the
I'm
reasons
willing
why
to
I was
pay
actually like
$30 more.
okay with it, because I pay way more for physicals, man. I literally
Like,
have.
half of, like,
I mean, I'm a like
$30 is
main
half a
person
regular
on
game.
limited. Well, Dad, but
And
I'm a
right now,
main
I'm
person on the
talking about it.
limited run games. So I have 2 mystery boxes, which, by the way, I was an idiot. I bought them separately. You're supposed to buy them together because the idea with limited run is that if you put 2 things in the same order, then you have to wait till they're both done before they get sent. And so I did it separately. For mystery boxes, you're supposed to put the same order so you don't get dupes. I literally got the same game twice. I had the exact same game
Yeah.
twice. So there's that. I have Doom 64 for the Switch, the Classic Edition, the Classic Edition for Star Wars Racer, and the Premium Edition for the Star Wars TIE Fighter Special Edition. And a Clanid Collector's Edition. But yeah. Also bought a Doom 64 t-shirt.
Is the Discord logo off-centered on the PC icon? Like
What?
in the hotbar.
Huh?
It might just be me, but it looks like
No,
it's
I mean, it
off-centered.
looks...
Like to the left.
I don't see that. Oh, and also I have the 2 vinyls for Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2. I have 2 vinyls. So, that's neat. Anyway. Yeah, we should probably go and end this thing. It is way past what we said we were going to. We said we're going to go ahead. That's every time we do this. It's always, okay, we're going to end, and 2 seconds later, or like 10 minutes later, okay, we should probably end. It's now 3 hours and 24 minutes.
Yeah, and I need to sleep. And
Yeah, so let's go ahead and end that. So now the time to actually do outros, because the last time we had Shorty in a video/stream, he made fun of us for that. Well, sorry, now it's a podcast, so those actually need to happen. Well, they don't need to, but it's a podcast, so just do it.
Oh.
So we'll start with me here. So you may follow on basically anything, you know, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all the same name, Nexus71C. Don't think I have anything else worth following other than those 3. No, don't think so.
Have anything else?
I mean, I'll be honest, I was gonna try Patreon. It just, I don't know what to do with the tiers. Like, And plus, I have no one to even use it. I know at one point somebody was gonna give me a super chat on YouTube. But it's like, I don't have enough viewers for that. I think you need like 10,000 or subs or something to get a super chat. So I'm
Give
like,
you a
can't do
penny, be
that.
nice.
Like, people can literally donate through the stream elements if you're really wanting to. I'm not saying do it, because honestly, it's your freaking money, man. Don't give it to me. It's your money. I heavily appreciate it if someone does, but it's like, you don't have to do it. You can if you want. Just no. Do I actually have a button for that? Because I do, I'll go and push it, but I do not.
I'll talk to you guys some other time.
Wow, don't even let me end.
Make sure they go to fucking bed.
You've been talking throughout your end. Like you said you were going to do an outro like 15
I
minutes
am.
ago.
No, I'm not. I'm literally doing it now. I just said I just finished mine.
Go on a side tangent.
I
Yeah.
just finished mine. I was letting Sweet go now.
Weed
Like,
doesn't
shut
really
the
fit.
fuck up and stop complaining. Sure, they go to bed.
I'm leaving. I'm going to bed.
All right. Also, I'm gonna go
Also,
and
send me the
mention.
gun.
I'm gonna mention right now. The button that I have for hosting you says host SISEEDE. What?
Have you misspelled Sweden?
I think I did. Oh, you should say Swede. So I used to do SWED, but what the fuck was I
Good night.
what?
Did you take something?
Host and then 2 lines down SI, 2 lines down SEEDE. Fuck. Okay, I'm stupid apparently. Anyway, go ahead and plug yourself.
Yeah, well, Twitch and Twitter is the same thing. YouTube is Sweden Boy. It is my old username.
Me.
At the moment, I can't think because I'm tired.
Pretty much your only main two. And again, with Twitter, it's just
And then,
Sweden
of course,
Catboy.
my Discord, or not his Discord, but his stuff is in my description, and my stuff is in his description.
I mean, I actually forgot to put it in this one, but I
And
will
when
tomorrow.
he decides to do the audio version,
Oh shit! Oh shit! I completely forgot about that. Not that, but something else I was gonna announce. I didn't say it. Oh fuck. Okay.
oh yeah, and
I'm
one
announcing it.
last thing before we end here. Next,
I will announce that in just a second. By the way, the Discord and audio podcast, I put those in chat. They're also in the description, but there we go.
yeah,
Yeah. I was gonna say that's the beginning, which would have made more sense because obviously if someone's gonna watch an archive, they're gonna watch the beginning. They're not gonna go all the way to the end, unless you are a masochist, in which case, congratulations, you've watched to the end. There is no reward. It is only trash. Now, I was gonna say this at the beginning, but fuck it, I'll say it now. I'll just put it on Twitter, I guess. Also, yeah. Now I think I'm gonna stop using Restream, which is to stream to 2 platforms at once, only because it's a bitch to set up YouTube. It is really annoying for me to set it up. I'm getting really annoyed, taking us so long to do it, because I mean, granted, I got distracted a lot when we were starting this, but if it wasn't for that, we would have been started earlier. We would have started like at least 10, 15 or so minutes earlier, maybe 20. I think. I don't actually know how long we were doing that, but regardless, it would have been earlier if I just streamed to Twitch. And honestly, no chatters in the entire time during this, so I'm not missing anything. So, yeah, I think I'll just switch to Twitch only for now. Sure as
Yeah.
fuck ain't gonna get affiliates, so why should I care? But okay.
I would love if you get affiliate now.
Hey, if I do, that'd be cool. You guys do that, that'd be nice. It's never gonna
Yeah.
happen, but
I'm gonna, yeah, because you need to actually stream together.
Look, if I had affiliate, I would stream more. That's because honestly, it gives you a real reason to, because it's like you have that, and at the time, if you had affiliate, you definitely have some average viewers that would probably stick there with you, at least like the 2 or 3 people there. So that'd be good, and also
I have
the
so
possibility of
much
also
sleep
getting
because
more
I'm
money,
sleeping when you stream.
because yeah. Huh?
Well, I can't watch anymore because I'm normally sleeping when you
Yeah.
stream these days.
But the other ways, I mean, there's also more ways to get money because subscription to bits, even though you have to wait to get $100 before that pays out. But regardless, those are 2 things more.
Mm.
I mean, granted, even just Prime subs in that case, that at least just helps. You just have that Prime and just hit sub, which most people use on other people. I'm between 2 people right now, 2 friends I'm subbing to. I just 1 month do that, another month do that. Anyway, that's gonna be it. So thank you all for coming to watch / listen. If you put this in the background or whatever of this podcast episode, which is gone way too long. We are on tangents. Sorry if it takes for 5 million years, but you know what? That is just us. So thank you all for coming to watch / listen. I totally butchered that with a lisp. And yeah, we will see you next time. I don't know when he's gonna next stream, but me, that will be next week. So maybe. Depends on how I feel. See you all later.